On Wednesday night in the Motor City, the Dallas Stars took a big step in the right direction. A 3-3 overtime tie with the Wings. The good news. The bad news. Andy Moog lost for 4 weeks as a result of a collision with Keith Primo near the end of the game. So tonight, it falls on Darcy Wakaluk. He will have to pick up where Moog left off. And the Dallas Stars tonight will face Teemu Selanne and the high-flying Winnipeg Jets. It's coming up from Reunion Arena next.
Tonight, live from Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas, it's the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets. Good evening, everybody. Mike Forns, your play-by-play host for Dallas Stars hockey, along with Ralph Strangis. The Stars fresh off a 3-3 tie in overtime against the mighty Detroit Red Wings, and now ready to take on another Central Division foe tonight, the Winnipeg Jets. Stars still haven't won in that Central Division, but I think the last 3 or 4 games have certainly been an improvement. You get the feeling this club is ready to finally win one.
Yeah, and the attitude has turned around a lot, especially in the dressing room. The Dallas Stars seem to be on the verge of an imminent turnaround, Mike. It feels that way. Maybe they'll be able to connect tonight against the Jets.
They did get some news today that is not something pleasing. That's the injury news to Andy Moog. Apparently a problem with the area behind his knee, and an injury just sustained against Detroit the other night when he was hit by Keith Primo right in front of the net. And with Andy Moog out of the lineup for now something like a month, 4 weeks we're looking at possibly, that could put a little strain on the goaltending.
Yeah, Andy Moog is out for 4 weeks. He had the surgery this morning on the knee. It was the collision that he incurred with Keith Primo to the right side of the goal near the end of that third period the other night. Moog is out. Wakaluk gets the call. Manny Fernandez is up to back him up.
How about the offensive performance against Detroit? I thought the best game Joe Nieuwendyk has had in a Dallas Stars uniform came at the Joe Louis.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. He had a pair of assists in that game. The Stars 3-3 tie with the Red Wings. Joe Nieuwendyk is just getting his legs underneath him, and when he does, look out. This is a guy who scored 50 goals his first 2 National Hockey League seasons, former Calder Trophy winner as NHL Rookie of the Year. He's a guy who will put 40 goals in the net for you. When he gets rolling, the Stars are in business.
All those things you just described certainly would also pertain to Teemu Selanne. He can do quite a bit offensively, too.
Well, the Finnish Flash has been on some kind of roll, Mike, in the last 10 games. Selanne has 11 assists. He's got 20 points in 10 games. I don't care how you add it up. 9 goals, 11 assists, 20 points in his last 10. And Selanne is 6th right now in the National Hockey League scoring race. He is something, and we'll see him fly tonight.
Well, Ralph, certainly the Stars need to put 60 minutes of hockey together if they're going to win a game. Remember, they led the Red Wings 3-0 before the Wings came back, and Winnipeg has had similar experiences recently.
Yeah, they really have. They had 5 goals in the first period, did Winnipeg the other night in their win over the LA Kings, but it was a 5-4 game. The Dallas Stars have had all kinds of problems holding on to a lead and clawing back. Which team wants to play 60 minutes? That might be the key tonight.
Opening night up in Winnipeg, the Jets won by a score of 7-5. That's more Winnipeg's brand of hockey than the Dallas Stars. What will happen tonight?
Well, the Stars are going to want to keep them in check, Mike. They don't want to get into a high-flying shootout with the Jets. The Jets score more goals than just about anybody. They also allow more. Stars want to play their game.
How about the penalty-killing power play? Remember, the Stars have killed off just about everything. They're ranked 3rd in the league right now. But the Jets have a pretty good power play, too.
Jets have a real good power play, but good defense generally will beat good offense in the special teams department. The Dallas Stars struggling power play going up against a struggling penalty-killing unit for the Jets. Small edge tonight for the Stars.
Okay, we'll be back with the opening face-off of tonight's game right after we pause for these words.
Dallas Stars hockey. Cool game. Hot ticket. Is brought to you by the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas. Dr. Pepper, the official soft drink of the Dallas Stars. By Southwest Airlines. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline. And by Miller Lite. When you've got the great taste of an ice-cold Miller Lite, life is good. By Discover Card. It pays to discover. The card that pays you back. And by the Gatorade Company. If you're living life to the fullest, you're gonna get thirsty. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Right now, Southwest Airlines has Gotta Go fares starting at just $19 one way on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It's such a good deal. People everywhere see it as the perfect opportunity to get away. But if you want Gotta Go fares to be your big break, you'd better hurry. Gotta Go fares from $19, only on Southwest, the low-fare airline.
No stealing your thunder. It can't be contained. Fill me with wonder, cool me off like rain. 'Cause you're a part of me, that's the heart of me. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me. Yeah, yeah.
At FINA, we know the best way to design a gasoline is from the inside out. So our Genesis Premium Gasoline was made to keep your intake valves clean, giving you more performance and better gas mileage. Because how a gasoline performs inside your car has a lot to do with how you perform on the outside. Genesis Gasolines. From your friends at FINA, the formula for the future.
The hat trick is one of the most difficult feats a hockey player can accomplish. Now, First USA and the Dallas Stars make it easy for you to score a hat trick with the Dallas Stars MasterCard. Score 1, there is no annual fee. Score 2, you get a low annual percentage rate. Score 3, you support your Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars MasterCard and Gold MasterCard. If only hockey was this easy. Apply today by calling 1-800-FIRST-USA.
This copyrighted broadcast is authorized under rights granted by the National Hockey League solely for the non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Dallas Stars Hockey Club is prohibited. Our starting goaltenders tonight brought to you by the Dallas Morning News Sports Day. Darcy Wakaluk for Dallas, backed up by Manny Fernandez, and Tim Chevelday goes for Winnipeg tonight. He is backed up by Tim Draper. Our referee this evening is Rich Trottier. The linesmen are Andy McElman and Dan Shakti. Guy Carbonneau all set to go here for the opening face-off to work against Keith Tkachuk. And Carbonneau gets a piece of that face-off and throws it right away back into the Winnipeg end, and now back to get it is Dave Manson. Here's Manson starting out in his own zone. Drops it back behind the goal. It's picked up there by Norm McIver. McIver stick handles up the right boards, drops it back to Manson. A lead pass out to Tkachuk. He works to center ice. He's inside the Dallas zone, and Lawler knocks it free, and now here comes Grant Marshall. Marshall to center. In across the blue line, tied up by Manson as he moves across the line, and it's taken in behind the net. Dave Manson throws to the near boards. Norm McIver to help him out. Here's McIver over to get the puck. And McIver turns in his own zone, stick handles up the left wing side, passes it on to center ice. Long slap shot wide by Manson. Wakaluk watches it go into the corner. Over to pick it up is Mike Lawler. Here's Lawler, checked on the play, gets help now from Neuendijk. The puck thrown in behind the goal, and back to the near boards for Jere Lehtinen. Lehtinen back in the lineup tonight for the Stars. Left wing side, he goes to Greg Adams. And that play broken up, and Teppo Numminen throws it all the way back inside the Dallas zone. Kevin Hatcher back to retrieve behind his own net. The Stars zone to our left during this first period. Here's Kevin Hatcher. Leads the pass up the left boards. Neuendijk out to center ice. And over on the right wing, Lehtinen moves to the near boards, and he's tied up along the sideboard now by Numminen. Lehtinen out for a while with a pulled groin muscle, and he's back in there tonight for Dallas. Puck shot on net. Wakaluk records the game's first save and leads it ahead on the right wing. Now Lehtinen across the blue line, fires a shot, and Chevelday kicks that away to the corner. Now Bill Heward in after it. Darian Hatcher moves it along on the backboards. But the Jets take over, and Captain Chris King tosses it out to center ice. Kevin Hatcher returns play to the Winnipeg zone. Now in behind the goal, here's Darryl Shannon to start out. Shannon over on the right wing to Mike Stapleton. Out to center ice for Turcotte. Darren Turcotte walks in, tries to get a shot off. It's on goal. The save is made by Wakaluk, and he holds on to stop the play. Well, missing from the lineup tonight for Bob Gainey's Dallas Stars, several injuries. Bob Basson, Andy Moog now joins the list. Craig Ludwig and Shane Churla. And the scratches tonight, Pat McLeod and Mike Donnelly. For the Jets, Nick Hobbyboulin, another goaltender with a knee injury. Ed Olczyk is out of the lineup. Dallas Drake with an injured ankle. Alexei Zhamnov has the flu. And Randy Gillen is in tonight. Stuart Malgunas out for Winnipeg. They've rotated those players recently.
Zhamnov out of the lineup tonight, Mike, is a good thing for the Dallas Stars. He's got 33 points in 31 games this season.
It takes a lot of offense out of a lineup that is going to produce a lot on any given night. What percentage, I wonder, does that take off? It has to be considerable.
And Zhamnov has always played well against the Stars.
The puck kept inside the Dallas zone now, cleared to the corner by Daryl Shannon, and out comes Mike Modano working it ahead to center ice. Modano drop pass Matvichuk, a shot just wide of the Jets' goal. Picked up over on the right wing now by Teemu Selanne. Here comes Selanne to center. Hits Darren Shannon, walking in, fires! And a save made by Wakaluk, and it's cleared back to the near corner. Out of the zone to center ice from Harvey. Tossed right back inside the Dallas zone now by Norm McIver of the Jets. Over on the right wing, here's Todd Harvey to center. Gives to Modano. Modano in across the blue line. Has it poke check free by Dallas Drake, and it's led out to center. And Modano's there to capture the puck at the red line. Bumped by Tkachuk, and the puck is thrown back inside the Winnipeg zone. On the left wing, here comes Korolev to center. He tries to throw it rink wide for Tkachuk. That's stolen. Here's Gilchrist to Marshall. In on goal, a shot, and a pad save. Rebound. Knocked wide from the goal mouth. A dazzling save by Cheveldae. Grant Ledyard a hot drive. That's sticked wide. Another shot off the crossbar into the net for a goal. Well, the Stars kept pounding away at Tim Cheveldae, and the last player to actually touch it, I believe, was Grant Marshall, but that went in off the crossbar, down the goalie's back, and into the net. And the Stars lead 1-0.
Well, the Dallas Stars attack this net, Mike. Grant Ledyard from the right point. Left-hand shot goes off of Cheveldae. Gilchrist spins, throws it into the slot, and it goes off of Grant Marshall, off of Cheveldae, off the crossbar, and into the net behind him. And Marshall scores his 5th goal of the year, giving the Stars a 1-0 lead.
Time of the goal, 3:23 of the first period. Guy Carbonneau picks up an assist on the play, as well as Grant Ledyard. So Dallas out to a 1-0 start. That has been the fashion of late with this hockey club, to take an early lead. And they've jumped on the Jets here in the early going. Daryl Shannon chases it back into the Winnipeg end. Now throws it over to Gillen, back on the near boards. Again it comes, and some hitting going on out there. Bill Heward throwing a body check in the corner. Now Gagne tries to dig it loose. Works the puck out to Fedek. He gives to Heward. Backhand pass back to the near corner. A tie-up along the near boards, and it is played in behind the net by Gillen. Gillen spins it around, and now it's taken away by Gagne. Out to Heward. Oh, and he shot it wide. Now back off the near boards to center ice. And the puck cleared back inside the Dallas zone. Here's a lead pass to Molik, up on the right wing now for Ledyard, in across the Winnipeg line. Taken back now by Newman. He starts out on the right wing side. A pass to Selanne into the Dallas zone. Fires a shot way up high off the glass, and it caroms all the way back out to center ice. Now Newman back to pick it up. Throws to the near boards. Newman drop pass back to his own blue line. Darren Quint, the rookie defenseman, leads it on to center, back into the Dallas zone, and Lawler's there to play it. He tips it outside the Stars line to center ice. Tossed right back in by Newman. In behind the goal now, it's picked up by Mike Lawler. Lawler with a rough and tumble game against the Red Wings the other night. Got involved in a fight, clears the puck all the way down the ice. This will be icing as the Jets touch it up. Newman's there to pick it up, and it's icing called against the Dallas Stars. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
You ever hear anyone talk about life like you gotta chew it up and spit it out? You gotta want it so bad you can taste it. You gotta be hungry. If If so, Gatorade has one question for you. You want something to drink with that? Because you're going to be thirsty. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Some of the people who benefit most from the Discover card don't even have one. Hi, I'm Scott Hamilton. Each year, the Discover Card youth programs recognize thousands of kids who are making a difference. In fact, Discover Card has already contributed over $16 million in support of this unique collection of programs. So as long as there are kids with dreams, we'll be here, helping them reach those dreams.
Well, Grant Marshall, who had 4 goals in 4 games to get his first 4 NHL goals, has now skipped a half dozen games, but is right back on rhythm, getting his 5th and putting the Stars up 1-0 early in the first against the Winnipeg Jets.
Well, now they're saying that Brent Gilchrist will get the assist along with Ledyard instead of Carbonneau on that Dallas goal by Marshall. Here's a shot wide of the Stars' net, and it's played off the far boards. Gilchrist reaching in for it, pokes it loose, and it's headed in behind the Stars' goal. Kevin Hatcher in to throw a hit. Tkachuk has the puck. He brings it around in front and back to the point. Now Tkachuk firing wide of the Stars' goal. Dallas leading 1-0 here in the early going of period 1. Out in neutral ice, Quint forced to chase it. Taken away by Guy Carbonneau, and he clears all the way back to the blue line of Winnipeg. At the line, it's led over on the right wing. Darren Quint to center ice, now gives to Tkachuk. Here's Tkachuk across the line, gives to Solani. Right wing pass, brought right in front of the Dallas goal. Played away by Marshall. Slap shot. Wakaluk saw it the whole way, but juggled the rebound just a bit, and then is able to hang on to stop play.
Darcy Wakaluk is getting the start for the Dallas Stars as an injury to Andy Moog. In part, the reason Moog is out for 4 weeks, we mentioned at the top of the show, after undergoing successful arthroscopic surgery this morning. So I talked to Darcy this morning about what it's like when Andy's out of the lineup. This isn't the first time that Darcy has been in such a role, and he said, I can't even think about it. I don't even think about it, which is a typical Wakaluk response. I just get in there and I got to do the job, and whoever sitting on the bench is just watching anyway.
You think Wakaluk would have played tonight anyhow?
I don't know. It was getting close to his turn.
We were talking about that, just saying how the way the rotation's been going, there seems to be at times no rhyme or reason, but just it's somebody else's turn and a change is made by Bob Gainey. Not that he doesn't believe there's a rhyme or reason. I'm sure he's definitely got a game plan when it comes to that, but it hasn't been a case of where these goaltenders have played poorly at any time, suggesting a change is necessary.
No, and I think, Mike, he can go to either one of them at any time.
Here's Ledyard to start out now, brings it ahead to Kennedy, works on to center ice, and off the stick of Modano, it's thrown back inside the Winnipeg zone. Now played back to the near corner. Chris King in to pile on top of Mike Kennedy. The puck worked loose and sent up the right boards for Todd Harvey. He throws it behind the goal. Kennedy digs after it, overskates the puck. It's poked free by Chevelday. Back off the near boards for Modano. Modano pinned to the boards, and King takes the puck. On to center ice for Stapleton. Long shot wide of the Dallas net. Back into the near corner it comes. Now Mike Eastwood circling, waiting, but the puck comes behind the goal, and it is Doug Zmolik to start out. Leads it ahead now to Kennedy down the right wing side. Kennedy poke checked at the blue line, tripped up on the play as he was tripped out of there by Daryl Shannon, and right away the Jets clear it back into the Dallas zone. Darian Hatcher on to center ice. The Jets' Jeff Finley throws it back to the red line, and picked up there by Darian Hatcher. Once more he clears back into the Winnipeg zone. Now Fedek back to the near corner, over to Bill Heward, fires from a bad angle, went off the arm of Chevelday wide. Now played out front of the goal and picked up again by the Jets' Darren Shannon. He starts to center. Throws it to the Dallas blue line. Gagne with a steal. Starts back to center ice. In across the blue line to Heward. Poke check back to the near corner. And Fedek comes on to take it. Here's Brent Fedek over to Heward. Throws it in front of the net. Fedek couldn't take it. Now here come the Jets back on the attack. It's Turcotte to center ice. In across the line with Solani. Teemu Solani in on the backboards. A hit thrown by Kevin Hatcher. The puck is knocked loose. Darren Shannon collapses on top of it right behind the Dallas goal. Now it's played over to the corner for Turcotte. He throws it in front of the Stars net, high in the slot, grabbed by Adams, and Adams works to center. Gets help from Gagne, moves to the line, and now Newmanen steals and clears it back into the Dallas zone. Matt Tkachuk circles his net, starts out left side off the far boards, and out to center ice now for Nieuwendyk. Picked off now from his stick by Dallas Drake, who clears it back inside the Stars end. Well, that's Shane Doan, pardon me. Doan to play it, clearing it back into the Dallas zone and into the near corner. It is Matt Tkachuk. Here's a lead pass on the right wing side. Lettinen to center. Set down the right wing side. Lettinen into the near corner. Tries to get past Newman. Thrown behind the net. Adams over to the far boards. Has it taken away. And let out of the zone now to center. Cleared by Tkachuk back into the Dallas end. Played by Wakaluk off the glass. Bouncing to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by Shane Doan. Here's rookie Shane Doan to clear it in behind the goal. Now at the side of the net. It is knocked free by Keith Tkachuk to the corner. Matt Tkachuk all over it. Lawler in to make a play. Knocks it loose. It's against the boards. And now Tkachuk slides along and is hit by Lettinen. Tied up on the play. Puck squirts free right to Igor Korolev. Korolev puts it behind the Dallas goal. Now it's spun outside the line to center ice and picked up again by Dave Manson. 10.5 to go here in the first period. The Stars leading 1-0 on the goal by Grant Marshall. The puck cleared by Matt Tkachuk back into the Winnipeg end. Off the left boards. It is let out to center ice. And on the right wing side, cleared across the blue line by Gillen to the corner. Now Modano in after it. Ed Ronan checked against the far corner boards. Back come the Stars on the attack. Kennedy up ahead to Modano. Long slap shot. And that's helped along wide by the blocker glove of Chevelday. Here's a steal. Harvey threatens at the side of the net. It's poked away wide. Now picked off again by Manson. Manson clears to the blue line and it hops out of the zone to center. Ledyard to play it on the right wing. Too far for Kennedy and it sails all the way down and back into the Winnipeg zone. Now Manson behind his own goal. Manson stick handles out to the blue line up to center ice. Long slap shot. Wakaluk handles it easily to the corner. And Darian Hatcher out of the zone to center ice to Gagne. Works across the blue line. Fires. That's blocked. Taken to the side of the net. And cleared by Chevelday up the left wing. Out of the zone to center ice. Right on the stick of Mike Stapleton. Mike Stapleton, the son of former NHL great Pat Stapleton. Now cleared back into the near corner. Chris King to poke it loose. Brings it over to the side of the goal. Here's a backhand wraparound attempt by Eastwood. And Wakaluk shut the door on it. The puck cleared out of the zone to center ice. Finley flips it back into the Dallas zone. Along the near corner boards, it's King to poke it loose. Darian Hatcher in there to rattle Eastwood on the play. Sent to the point, but not out. Kept in by Daryl Shannon. Now along the near boards, Darian Hatcher ties up low along the circle with Eastwood. The puck comes to King. He's in behind the goal line now on the backboards and sends it up the near side to the point. Left side on the D. Played by Daryl Shannon to the corner. Back into the near corner again and to Stapleton's stick. Mike Stapleton along the goal line. Bad angle play at the side of the net. We have a collision in front of the goal. Rich Trottier did not see King get dumped by Heward right in front. Now it's played behind the Dallas goal. And Heward is able to pick it up. Stars want an icing call, and we need a commercial break. And the puck cleared all the way down, and the whistle blows. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
This is great, man. Great seats, cold Miller Lite.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, though, when the ticket said limited view, I was a little worried. Yeah, me too. But this worked out great. Yeah.
Miller Lite. Its great taste is what you'd expect from the #1 beer in Texas.
Any idea what the score is?
We've got Miller Lite. We're in Texas.
Yeah. Life is good.
I use quality signs that direct, inform, and sell.
Selling real estate begins and ends with a quality sign.
Fast signs help you project the image we need.
Quality, that's the Fast Signs difference. Professionals with expert advice on getting results from your signs.
Like grabbing your customer's attention with the right color, type styles, and borders. For quality signs every time.
I'm sold on Fast Signs.
Quality signs, done right, on time, Fast Signs.
21-year-old Emmanuel Fernandez from Etobicoke, Manitoba. Did I say that correctly, Mike?
Said everything correct except the province. Etobicoke is in Ontario.
Ontario. See, I was so worried about getting Etobicoke out.
We got you again, didn't
there
we?
it is. See?
You got to start looking at the maps.
You know, that's what I get for not coming to the staff meetings in the morning.
Cleared out of play into the crowd, and that is indeed where Manny Fernandez is from, Etobicoke, but that's a suburb of Toronto.
And I knew
Of
that,
all the
too.
cities that you know in Manitoba, I'm surprised you put that one there.
See, can you believe that? Darcy is from, of course, Crow's Nest Pass, Alberta, which is a stone's throw from Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump, Alberta. And that's the truth.
You got the west down pretty good. Now we got to get you to work on the east.
I got to get back on the east. Oh, it's tough, you know.
Here's Newman to throw it back inside the Dallas zone, and it's played by Matvichuk. He works ahead to center ice. Over to Guy Carbonneau across the blue line. Hooked on the play by Newman, and the puck shot wide back into the near corner, and out of the zone now come the Jets on the attack. Up to center ice is Tkachuk. He stood up at the blue line by Marshall. Grant Marshall still has a lot of defensemen in him, even though he's playing wing. That was a good defensive play there by Marshall. Puck cleared back inside the Jet zone now, and over to get it is Darren Quint. 1-0 Stars here, 7:18 to go, first period of play. Grant Marshall with the game's only goal. Here's a lead pass to center. Igor Korolev throws it back inside the Stars end, and Solani is on to take it. Poke check loose now by Richard Matvichuk. He brings it ahead to Marshall. Marshall throws it across the line back into the near corner. And it's picked up there by Manson. Manson over to Korolev. Now outside the line to center ice. Inside the blue line of Dallas. Picked off by Zmolik and led over to Ledyard. Right side to Kennedy. Kennedy inside the Winnipeg zone. Right wing. Now here's a flip shot in front. And Harvey reaching for it. Tried to send it home. But it's taken away by the Jets. Ed Ronan to center. Gets across the Dallas line. Leads it over on the far boards now to McKenzie. Former Dallas star Jim McKenzie. Checked and tied up on the play. And Harvey works it loose. He's hit as he tries to escape the zone to chase. And Ronan bumps him off the puck. And it's cleared back inside the Jets' end. Now Harvey back after Ronan again. Madonna closes off his path, and the puck cleared to the point. Here's a slap shot. Trickles through the crowd in front, and then is sticked wide by the goaltender Tim Shevelda. Here's another drive from in front, and that just walked wide. Now Harvey sends it over into the far corner. Madonna back to play it. Gives to Kennedy behind the Winnipeg goal. The Jets' goal is to our right during this first period. Harvey ties up on the backboards. Hangs on there, battling with Norm McIver, and finally the Jets are able to clear it to the blue line, and it comes out to center ice. Now Ledyard back to his own line. Gives to Madonna. Line change underway for both teams. Solani got tripped up as he came on the ice. He was flipped off his skate by Kennedy. I don't know if that was an accident or not. The puck thrown in on net now, and Chevelday hangs on to stop the play. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Not the same old delivered to my door. I want something different, I want something more. No cut up pieces stuffed in a box. I want some Tex-Mex delivered up hot. Wherever you are, amigos, amigos Mexico. Enchiladas, burritos too. Chicken fajitas brought right to you.
And we guarantee you'll love it, or you don't pay.
So call us right now.
Wherever you are, amigos, amigos Mexico.
To work for a great company with good income potential and excellent benefits, come join Paragon Cable's dynamic sales team. Outside cable sales is an exciting and rewarding profession. Applicants should be highly motivated, assertive, have good communication skills, and some sales experience is preferred. You must have reliable transportation and be willing to work flexible hours, including evenings and weekends. Call Steve Angram today at 214-221-2200.
A lot of open ice in this first period. It should favor the style of a Kevin Hatcher, Mike. It should also favor the style of the Winnipeg Jets. But the Stars have outshot them 13-5 in a real run-and-gun first period.
Well, it's exactly what we talked about at the top of the show that we didn't want to see the Stars get into, but maybe it's more important that they not get into that in the third period, in the sense of allowing Winnipeg to run and gun. I wouldn't mind seeing the Stars score some third-period goals, though, would you? Maybe even get some shots on net?
Not at all.
That's been a rarity lately. They've played so well in the first two periods of games, and then it seems like they've thought total defense. Here's a steal now, and the puck thrown right in front of the Winnipeg goal. That's defense we're talking about in the third periods of recent games when they've been outshot so badly. Now inside the Dallas zone, the puck played to the near boards, and Solani is back to try and pick it up as it poke check loose. And Fedek got a stick on it, sends it outside the line, left wing to Heward. Here comes Heward across the blue line. Left side it goes. Now here's Heward's stick knocked away. One of his gloves went with it. I don't know if he dropped them on purpose. And now the puck is covered by Chevelday at the side of the Winnipeg goal. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Right now, Southwest Airlines has Gotta Go fares starting at just $19 one way on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It's such a good deal. People everywhere see it as the perfect opportunity to get away. But if you want Gotta Go fares to be your big break, you'd better hurry. Gotta Go fares from $19 only on Southwest, the low-fare airline.
All right, you ready? Here we go. 2 seconds left. The ball on the 34-yard line. Whoa, and they're going for a
51-yarder.
A 51-yard field goal that could hand them the championship.
The crowd is on its feet.
Gonzalez sets this snap.
No way. No way. No way.
There's
no
the snap.
Way. No way.
The kick is up.
No matter what the game, the basic gear for sports nuts is Sports Day.
Good!
In the Dallas Morning News.
Oh, my, what a story!
And the crowd goes
Look
wild.
at Gonzalez. That's what this game is all about.
Well, the Dallas Stars' Bill Heward getting into a collision and big time with Daryl Shannon, number 24. Huey loses his gloves and his stick. Stars are able to get a shot on goal. Bill Heward had a nice goal the other night against Detroit. He's got 2 this season, one against Detroit, one against Chicago. Tough, gritty goals. He's playing well.
I think he surprised people with what he's done with his gloves on. Everybody knew what he could do with them off, but he has become a pretty complete player and has cracked this lineup and found himself a home. Now back in the far corner of the Dallas end, it's Gilchrist leading it ahead to Marshall. Right side pass now for Darian Hatcher, a high wrist shot, but the play's offside as Marshall came in early before the puck.
Well, it's a hockey homestand with 3 big games coming up this week. First, Monday night, Wayne Gretzky and the LA Kings come to town. Wednesday night, division rival Detroit is back, and it is the last time that the Stars will see them until April. And Friday, the Florida Panthers make their only appearance of the season. The very surprising Florida Panthers, I might add. Don't miss any of the action. 214, go Stars. Especially come out here and give the Wings a hard time. We'd like to hear a lot of noise that night.
Here's Manson to throw it rink wide now, out to Tkachuk at center, and he's back inside the Dallas end. Tkachuk in a collision with Gilchrist, and Wakaluk covers the puck and hangs on to stop play. And now Gilchrist and Tkachuk continue to talk it over. Darian Hatcher feels that is more his territory, so he steps in there on Gilchrist's behalf and has big brother Kevin Hatcher right next to him.
Now the 2 Redwoods are out on the ice, Kevin and Darian. They're an awesome force to play against. You know, sometimes from our vantage point, Mike, we forget how really big those 2 guys are and on skates and what they must look like to attacking players. 6'5", each of them, nearly 2 1/4 each of them, sit next to each other on the bench. I mean, that's a pile of hockey playing metal and iron and steel. And
you don't want a middle seat on the airplane between
No.
these 2 guys.
Well said. I had a middle seat on the airplane. Thank goodness it wasn't between those 2 the other day.
Face off to the left side of Wakaluk. Marshall's 5th of the season has given the Stars a 1-0 lead. Here's Lettinen to poke it to the blue line, but not out. It's kept inside now. Here's Eastwood. Jockeys for position in the corner. Jams up with Zamolik. Now it's thrown to Stapleton. Throws to the side of the net. And it's knocked away in behind the Dallas goal. Cleared up the right wing boards. Lettinen starts out to center ice. And poke checked off the stick of Adams. Now Zamolik involved in a high hit. He and Eastwood collide with the elbows and hands up. And the puck cleared by Adams back into the Winnipeg zone. Promptly thrown back out by Daryl Shannon to center. Now Adams pushes it back inside Jets ice. Here's Daryl Shannon to the corner. Jams up as Neuendijk is in to try and knock it loose. Brings it over to Lettinen right in front. He had a perfect pass out there for Ledyard. He couldn't make contact. Now it's played to the near boards. And King flips it out of the zone to center ice. Right away the Stars clear it back inside Winnipeg territory once again. King out to center ice, moves to the Dallas line. Harvey pries it free and sends it over to Matvichuk. Right side for Modano, now to center ice to Kennedy. He's across the line on the right wing to Harvey. Todd Harvey into the corner. Cross-checked by Darren Quint. Still has the puck. Turn, shoot, a shot, and a goal! Todd Harvey! Right through the crowd, and a little stutter step there as he was given a push. And that was all that was needed to throw the goaltender, Tim Cheveldae, off balance. And Harvey makes it 2-0 Stars.
Mike, Todd Harvey hasn't had a goal in about 6 weeks. The last one he scored was November 17th against the San Jose Sharks. This is his 5th of the season. Comes out from Cheveldae's right, turns, shoots, scores. Right between his pads. Good shot by Harv, and it's a 2-0 Dallas lead. 3-0 Dallas Stars lead. What a pretty goal. Highlight reel goal by Moto.
Mike Lawler picks up an assist at 17-17 to make it 3-0 Stars. What a period here to see Harvey break back into the goal-scoring column, and Modano maintains the goal-scoring lead at 16 on the season. Here's Fedek back into the near corner. Play broken up, and it's along the near boards. Now sent to the point. Kevin Hatcher a shot, knocked down, and wide into the far corner of the Jet zone. Back to the near side for Manson. Over on the right now it comes on the far boards up to McIver. McIver back inside the Stars' end. Kevin Hatcher to the corner. Plays it up the far boards. And Heward pokes it free, brings it back to the near corner again, and Darian Hatcher is on to pick it up. Right side to Fedek. Now out to Gagne at center ice. Back to the blue line. And he's taken off the play. It's cleared by Finley into the Dallas zone. 1:40 to go here in the first period. Stars lead the Jets 3-0. Kevin Hatcher takes it behind the Dallas goal. Up the left wing boards. A pass to center ice now for Carbonneau. Stolen by Daryl Shannon, and Daryl Shannon fires it back inside the Stars' end. Off the right wing, here comes Marshall. Out to Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher to center ice. Now puts it across the line, back inside the Winnipeg zone. Cheveldae scoops it along up the right wing boards. We have the period's first penalty call. This is going to be interference coming in. And referee Rich Trache signaling interference at 18:45 of the first period. And headed off the ice is Winnipeg's Igor Korolev. That'll put Bob Gainey's club up on the power play now for the first time this evening. Face-off will be just inside the Winnipeg blue line. Stars power play ranked 24th in the league at 13%. But the Jets penalty killing is equally poor, 23rd in the league at 78%. In fact, a recent string of power play chances against them resulted in 17 power play goals against the Jets in 56 chances over a 9-game period. That is horrible. They're trying to bring that back, but the numbers so far are rude to say the least if you're a Jets fan. Here's Manson back in his own zone. Right side it comes out to center ice, and Newman throws it back into the Dallas end. Wakaluk holds it up behind the net, and Ledyard is back to pick it up. We're in the final minute of play here in the first period. 3-0 Stars. Lead pass over to Fedek, in across the line. Fedek pinned against the boards by Stapleton, and it's thrown outside the zone to center ice, and Kevin Hatcher is over to get it. Here's Hatcher back into his own end. Stick handles onto the blue line. Now up to center ice. In across the blue line of Winnipeg. Poke check free by Darren Shannon back to center. Ledyard back into his own zone. Passes on to center ice. Manson takes it, cuts across the Dallas line, throws to the far corner. Darren Shannon back after it, nudged off the puck by Ledyard. Now it's picked up by Modano. Left wing pass out to center ice. In across the line comes Neuendijk. He's shouldered off the play by Manson. And the puck cleared to the line and out to center. Here's a lead pass right wing. Eastwood, too far for Darren Shannon. The Stars take over. 5 seconds left in the period. Darian Hatcher idles out the rest of the time in the period, holding it behind the net. Now out to Gagne. And there's the end of play in the first period. So the Dallas Stars, with a very impressive first period offensively here and defensively, they outshoot the Jets 18-5 and outscore them 3-0 on goals by Marshall, Harvey, and Madano. Back with more hockey coverage from Reunion Arena after these messages on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Now get the best seat in any house. The Miller Lite Super Bowl 30 inflatable chair. To get yours, look for details where you see this display. Only from Miller Lite, an official sponsor of Super Bowl 30. Light is good.
The Dallas Stars, our home team. And what candy bar gets the Dallas Stars going? Baby Ruth. Because it's bursting with crunchy roasted peanuts surrounding layers of rich caramel and chewy nougat. It just might be their secret weapon. And here's your chance to fly with the Stars. Look for the Nestle's display at your participating Dallas-Fort Worth area grocery store and register to win a trip for two to Florida as the Stars take on the Tampa Bay Lightning on February 19th. Baby Ruth from Nestle. This baby gets you going.
In shopping for a luxury performance sedan, Jay Kerness tested the Oldsmobile LSS against the fastest, most nimble machine on Earth, Juma, the Cheetah. The LSS's sport suspension and traction control attacked the course, as did the Cheetah. But while he considered the LSS's precise handling quite impressive, there was one thing he failed to consider. Cheetahs are very sore losers. Will the LSS pass your test?
Nice, kitty. Go away.
No stealing your thunder can't be contained. Fill me with wonder, cool me off like rain. You're the part of me, that's the heart of me. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me. Oh, yeah.
This Star Treatment interview brought to you by Texas Commerce Bank.
Big period of hockey for the Dallas Stars. 3 unanswered goals and a Mike Madano highlight reel goal captivated the fans here at Reunion Arena. Dallas 3, Winnipeg nothing after 1 period of play from Reunion. Welcome back to Dallas Stars hockey. I'm Ralph Strangis, and the Stars are traveling tomorrow to Chicago to play the Hawks at the United Center on Sunday night. They will then come back and host Gretzky and the Kings on Monday, the high-flying Wings on Wednesday, and the surprising Florida Panthers on Friday. It's a big week of Dallas Stars hockey, and it's a week that you won't want to miss out on. So for tickets, call right now, 214-GO-STARS. That'll be the number to call, and that'll get you your tickets for this big week of Dallas Stars hockey. The Stars entertaining 3 huge opponents, and as soon as we can get our guest here into the room, and we're having a little trouble here, and in fact, it's a surprise guest, but we like surprises. He's coming in here now, and welcome back to the studio, and why not bring it in, and we'll show you some of the stuff we do to get ready here. It's Bill Heward. Bill, how are you?
Great, how you doing? A little rush, but...
Nice to see you. It's nice to have you here.
It's good to be here.
That was a fun first period.
Yeah, it's the first time I think the guys really let go. I mean, I think a lot of the guys getting their confidence back and stuff, and I mean, it's only the first. We got 2 more periods, but it looks good so far.
Your coach likes to say that the seeds of winning are planted prior to getting an actual win on the ice. Do you agree with that, and do you think the team's been playing better lately?
Oh, I totally agree with that. I think the last 4 games have been a lot of positive things happening, and I think what we're realizing the system and the patience that you got to have with the system we play, and things are happening with that. The turnovers are going to come. I think guys were just a little too anxious, but with the system we play, if you just keep your cool and stay in your position, you're going to get breakout, you're going to get openings, and you're going to get chances, and that's what's happening right now. They're just giving up the puck.
Mike Forn said in the first period that you're a guy, well, we know what you can do with your gloves off, and now we're seeing what you can do with your gloves on. You've contributed as well lately in the scoring department. A nice goal in Chicago, a nice goal in Detroit. Boy, they're going to want another one out of you.
Well, I mean, I'd love to give them another. I'd like to get 10 goals. It'd be nice. I mean, all that's a bonus. If I can do my job, be an aggressive type player and a heavy forechecker and hitter and take care of business on the ice, I think if I can bring a little more to the table, getting some goals and stuff, that'd be great for me. I mean, I think my biggest stat, what I take a lot of pride in, is my plus-minus, and if I'm not a liability on the ice, then that means the coach isn't afraid to put a fourth-line player on the ice. So that's the way I look at it.
You and Shane Sherla have been sort of the Bruise brothers out there. What's it like playing with Shane? What kinds of things have you gotten from him? And what's it like when he's not there with you?
You know, I've been pro now. This is about my 8th year, and you know, you think you know everything. I'll tell you what, Shane showed me a lot of stuff, and he's played over 400 games, and he's really helped me a lot. And I kind of miss him because it was kind of odd. I was in Ottawa. I was kind of the lone gunman there, and he was kind of he had Tenorti, but when Tenorti left, Shane was more or less left with it all in his hands. So I think we really complement each other well, and it sure is nice to have him on my right side.
Well, the Dallas Stars seem to be clicking a little bit better right now, and that first period, a good sign of things to come, we hope. Thanks for stopping by. You like it in Dallas?
Oh, I love it here. I love to stay here.
Well, it's nice to have you here. Folks, that's Bill Heward, darn nice fella, and for being our guest, he's going to get a gift certificate from the good folks at Lombardo's Custom Clothiers. And when we come back, the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets will have a second period to play. We'll do that and lots more when our coverage of Dallas Stars hockey continues on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Michael showed them to find what you desire requires a great effort. You look thirsty. Gatorade?
Thanks. How come?
I know why you have come. You wish to know the meaning of life.
And?
Life is a sport. Drink it up.
That's what I figured. Remember when you resolved to become a lean, mean machine? Oh well, at least you can drive one. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Your North Texas Pontiac dealers' lean, mean year-end clearance, where you can get lean prices on our mean Pontiac line. Right now, you can really give the road a workout in a new Firebird with air conditioning, dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, and more. And with an offer like this, you can drive Firebird excitement today. So make a new resolution. Get to the lean, mean year-end clearance at your North Texas Pontiac dealers.
Not the same old, delivered to my door. I want something different, I want something more.
You can't deliver Tex-Mex the way I want it.
Want a bet?
An enchilada platter?
Hot and fresh.
Chicken fajitas? The best around.
Wherever you are, amigos next to go.
Sports coupe with bulletproof glass, ejector seat.
Rocket launcher, champagne cooler.
Radar screen, sidewinder missiles.
One owner.
Wonder what kind of bloke would be selling a car like that?
My name's Bond. James Bond.
I wonder what he's getting instead.
Z007's new BMW in GoldenEye.
Coming soon to classic BMW and John Roberts BMW in Dallas.
22.
The Dallas Stars lead the Winnipeg Jets 3-0 at the end of one period. Our Minyard Food Stores trivia question for tonight. Can you name the 6 teams that joined the NHL when 1967's expansion took place? See if you can name all 6. You know one of them, I'm sure, but let's see if you can come up with the other 5. Mike Forens welcoming you back once again to Dallas Stars hockey. The Stars showing some good defense and some good offensive traits tonight and exploiting a young and inexperienced Winnipeg Jets defensive core. We'll give you a good example. The play that Todd Harvey scored on. When he picked up the goal, Harvey bettered his angle after fighting his way through a check that should have been completed behind the goal. Let's take a look at it now as Harvey comes breaking in. He goes to the corner with young Darren Quint, who is still learning this game and learning how to play defense. Now Harvey comes barreling through and tries to make his way in. Stop it right there. All Quinn is giving is a little bit of a cross-check right here. That's not enough to stop Todd Harvey. Harvey keeps going. Quinn needed to take the body here. What's he waiting on? A little hook isn't going to do the trick. Let the play continue. As Harvey comes out and betters his angle, both Daryl Shannon and Darren Quint, stop it right there, wind up in front, and they're soon going to be joined by another Winnipeg player. Count them. 1, 2, and let it go again, and we'll see 3 Jets in front of the goal, all bunching up. That doesn't help the goaltender, Tim Cheveldae, at all. And the puck went right through him. Cheveldae didn't see that. That look he's giving is right to his defenseman, saying, come on, guys, get out of the way and let me see the play. If you're a defenseman, you got to help your goaltender, and you got to finish your checks behind the goal. So that led to the Todd Harvey goal. Let's see if we can answer our trivia question now for tonight. and solve the story of the 6 teams that joined expansion back in 1967. Well, you knew that the Minnesota North Stars were one of them. How about those other ones? The California Golden Seals, the Los Angeles Kings, the Flyers, the Penguins, and the St. Louis Blues all came in back in 1967. We'll be back with more hockey coverage from Reunion Arena in just a moment.
Philadelphia, birthplace of the Constitution and the cheesesteak. I secretly replaced the cheesesteaks at Tony's with my own. They're filled with juicy marinated steak and grilled onions and peppers smothered in melting cheese. Let's see if anyone noticed. How's that Philly cheesesteak?
Wonderful. The best. Hey, who ain't Tony?
I'm his brother, Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
In the hands of 3 different insurance agents, your home, auto, and life policies could end up full of holes. But call a farmer's insurance agent for a farmer's friendly review. And one agent will bring all your policies together, get rid of gaps, and help trim costs. So if you're with more than one company, cut it out. America can depend on farmers for home, auto, and...
Not the same old, delivered to my door. I want something different, I want something more. No cut up pieces, stuffed in a box. I want some Tex-Mex delivered up hot. Wherever you are, amigos, amigos next to go. Enchiladas, burritos too. Chicken fajitas brought right to you.
And we guarantee you'll love it, or you don't pay.
So call us right now.
Wherever you are, amigos, amigos next to go.
We use certain things in our homes.
Like clothes and tools. But now we can recycle much more.
You must first clean and organize them.
Then your local recycling company can collect them.
Why recycle?
To reduce waste.
In your home.
Use a bin by your local waste management.
In school, we use the large bin. You can't miss them.
Call Patty with the Keep Cottell Beautiful Committee at 471-1016 to reduce waste in your community because you can make recycling work.
In period 1. Mike Fornes welcoming you back once again. It's a 3-0 Dallas lead on goals by Marshall, Harvey, and Madano during that first period of play. Out of town tonight, we have some scores for you brought by Southwest Airlines on our out-of-town scoreboard. Ottawa's at Hartford tonight. The Whalers leading 3-2 going into the third period. Martin Straka and Alexandra Daig have scored for the Senators. Don Beaupre is in net. Sean Burke in goal for Hartford. And the 3 Whaler goals, Mark Janssens, Paul Ranheim, and Brendan Shanahan. Detroit's at Pittsburgh. Chris Osgood against Tom Barrasso. That one's 5-2 Penguins. Toronto at Buffalo. It's a 2-0 Buffalo lead with John Blue in the nets and Felix Potvin in goal for Toronto. They're now in the second period. The Rangers are at Washington tonight. New York has a 2-0 lead. Jim Carey against Glenn Healy. They've already pulled Carey and replaced him with Olaf Kolzig. Later on, Anaheim at Calgary. Florida is at Edmonton, and Los Angeles at San Jose. We'll be back to bring you more, including tonight's second period, in just a moment.
Is Red Dog better tasting premium beer? Well, yeah. It's brewed without any fancy gimmicks by Plank Road to be gold, bold, and uncommonly smooth. But hey, it's your call.
Texas Commerce Bank loan by phone specialist Ann Strom got an urgent call one day.
Mrs. Francis wanted a home improvement loan. Her roof had been damaged in a rainstorm.
With contractors coming that evening, she needed approval fast.
We had an answer within a couple of hours.
Ann even got the branch to stay open late so she could sign the papers.
She was truly, truly happy.
Experience star treatment for yourself at Texas Commerce Bank.
Let's look at the Magnum Power sales event, one word at a time. Magnum, as in Magnum engines, as in Dodge Dakota pickup, a little bigger, a lot better. Power, we're talking Dodge, overall the most powerful line of truck engines on the planet. Sales, How about up to $3,000 off Dakota? An event? Well, that means this special offer ends sooner than later at the Texas Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
All right, guys, we got a 34-minute turnaround on this one. Let's do it.
It can be 5 below zero or coming down in buckets. It doesn't matter. It doesn't buy you another second out here. But time isn't everything. Getting the job done right is. And passengers don't really see this.
Have a late bag on your way back.
No problem, Jerry. I'll take care of it.
It's a rare moment when they see us at all. But not a second goes by that we're not looking out for them.
For the first time this season, the Dallas Stars score 3 in the first, and they lead the Winnipeg Jets 3-0 after one period of play and some humdingers. At 3:23, it's going to be Grant Marshall picking up the scraps out front. Ledyard's blast from the point, corralled by Gilchrist, centered to Marshall, and a backhander off the crossbar and behind Chevelday. Marshall's 5th of the season from Gilchrist and Ledyard at 3:23. It's 1-0 Dallas. Later in the period, at 16:59, Todd Harvey will swing around the right side of the net and beat Chevy between the posts and the pads. Harvey's 5th goal of the season. The assists go to Kennedy and Modano, and it is a 2-0 Dallas lead at 16:59. And then, folks, get the VC in 17. Lawler gets the only assist.
Tonight's second period is brought to you by your friendly local Dodge dealer, America's Truck Stop. We're underway now with period number 2, and the puck cleared back to the blue line of Winnipeg to our left. Teppo Newman tosses it back into the Dallas zone. It's chased to the near boards, and Grant Ledyard is on to pick it up. Here comes Ledyard to center ice, throws it back inside, Winnipeg ice. Now it bounces off the corner and played outside the line to center. Grant Ledyard back into his own zone to take it, and 18 seconds still left in that Korolev penalty. The Stars begin play here in period 2 on the power play. Lead pass to center, off a stick, back into the corner for Tkachuk behind the goal. Clears to the near boards, and Newman slides it ahead to center ice. Tkachuk chasing it as it poke check free. Back it comes again to Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher starts to center ice. A pass to Carbonneau. Thrown across the line, back inside the Winnipeg end. And Newman is back to play it. Newman starts out right side. Korolev to center ice. Penalty's over now. Neither team had any shots on goal during that Dallas power play. The puck cleared from the Jet zone up the left wing side for Tkachuk. He sends it across the blue line into the Dallas end. Tries to get around Matt Tkachuk. Throws it in front of the Stars net. That's stolen. And here comes Gilchrist on the comeback. Right wing side to Guy Carbonneau. Carbonneau flips it right in front. Oh, and a shot by Marshall went right off the arm of Chevelday. Back into the near corner. And played out of the zone to center ice. And Doan throws it back into the Dallas end. Matt Tkachuk to pick it up behind the Stars goal. Out to Gilchrist. Lead pass right side. Marshall with lots of room. Skates down the right wing. Slap shot. And that fools Chevelday. He didn't see it, but it still hit him. Now it's knocked away to the near boards. Out comes Daryl Shannon to Solani. His wrist shot right on. Juggled momentarily by Wakaluk, but he holds it in the glove, and play is called. Well, our story between the lines at the first period tonight, at the first intermission, the shots went 18-5 Dallas. The Stars had more body checks than the Jets at 7-5. They won more faceoffs at 7-6. Only one penalty taken. That was against the Winnipeg Jets. Multiple shooters during the period. Modano with 2 for Dallas, 3 to Todd Harvey, 2 to Bill Heward, 2 to Grant Marshall, and 3 to Mike Kennedy. And of those 5 Jet shots in the first period, they were all held by individual Jet players. Darian Hatcher in behind his own goal, over to Kevin Hatcher, and now up the right wing boards to center ice. Mike Kennedy into the far corner, jams up with Quint on the play. Todd Harvey held up behind the net, tries to escape the clutches of Teppo Newman. Now works it into the near corner. Kennedy skates it free, still trapped against the sideboards, now gets away from Darren Quint. Puck sent out to Modano, now to Kennedy, throws it in front of the goal, and Quint is able to flip it ahead to center ice. And the puck knocked down by the high stick of Darren Shannon. Play is called.
Well, the Winnipeg Jets come into the game tonight, Mike, with a record of 17 wins, 19 losses, and 3 ties. They have 139 goals for. That is 3rd best in the West, but they are 3rd worst in the league in goals allowed, 3.72 goals per game. Jets are coming off of a win against the LA Kings. And the Stars are trying to pick up their first win against a Central Division opponent all season.
Face-off won by the Jets and taken back now into their end by Norm McIver. McIver camps behind the goal for a moment, now starts out left side, passing to Manson. He's on to center ice. Thrown back to the Dallas blue line, and Doug Zamolik tips it free. Over it comes to Stapleton. He fires, and a quick, hard shot by Mike Stapleton, blocked by the arm of Wakaluk. Out in front of the Dallas net, taken over by Adams to the blue line, but not out, kept in by Manson. He throws it behind the Stars' goal. Played up the left boards now by Grant Ledyard to center. 3-0 Dallas. We're just underway with the second period of this game. Lead pass right side for King. Clears it across the line, back into the Stars zone. Now Stapleton goes to the corner. Zamolik is on to pick it up. And wings it up the near boards for Lettinen. Jere Lettinen out to Joe Nieuwendyk. Taken back to Ledyard. He's across the line with Adams and throws the puck to the far corner. The Stars begin a line change. Here's Stapleton. Slides it off the right wing boards to center. Taken back now by Matvichuk over to Gagne. Long slap shot wide into the zone by Heward. Gagne hustles in. Gives Manson a chase, and now Manson starts it out. Works it ahead on the right wing to McIver. In across the blue line. Tkachuk has it get away from him, and quickly Lawler's back to play it. Out to Heward. Knocked down by Daryl Shannon to the blue line. And out to Korolev at center. He's across the line to Solani. Quick backhander. That's up high and wide of the Dallas net. Now into the near corner. Gagne tries to dig it out. Tkachuk has the puck. Throws it in front of the Stars net. Lawler takes over. Out to Gagne at center. Here's Gagne across the line. Left side for Heward. Now to Gagne. A slap shot and a stick save made by Chevelday. Back come the Jets on the attack. Solani flies to center. He's in across the blue line. Drops it off. Here's Tkachuk, a hot drive. And a stick save made by Wakaluk. Back comes Darian Hatcher on the left wing. Out to Carbonneau. Carbonneau gets across the line. Delayed offside here. The Jets take over. And the puck is cleared back to center. Finley holding up the stick of Carbonneau. And he finally is able to get control of his own hockey stick. Carbonneau back behind the goal. But Kevin Hatcher's on to take the puck. Passes to Carbonneau on the right wing. Up the middle to Gilchrist. Back on the right side. It comes to Marshall. And he's offside. And play is called with 15:10 left in the second period. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
There are a lot of chicken sandwiches out there.
Mystery meat.
Kind of rubbery.
Not sure if it was all chicken.
But there's one that's very different.
The lean, mean grilled chicken sandwich.
It's the Whataburger of chicken sandwiches.
The grilled chicken sandwich is great.
It's a better cut of meat. 100% breast meat marinated and grilled to golden perfection and prepared any way you want it.
Juicy and plump.
The lean and mean grilled chicken sandwich. Great taste, less waste. Only at Whataburger. And I'm really pretty hungry.
What you waiting for?
It is red, the color of passion. Without it, all of this would be gone. Even the little light bulb are gone. But the little light bulb is not gone. With it, there is nothing that I cannot possess. It is what I want, or what I need. It is red. It is mine. And it is from Target.
The Target guest card. What you want or what you need.
Oh, lots of fun a Friday night at Reunion Arena. People are so busy here, you know. You see people in the crowd, they got their cellular phones going. Mike, that's one of those nights, you know. You just can't watch the hockey game. You got to be talking to people.
The statement was made to me once that, you know, it's the best first date you can have. Go to a hockey game.
Yeah.
You can talk a little, you can watch the game.
Talk on the phone.
You can talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Maybe line up your next date.
There you go.
If this one's not working out.
See? That's why you bring the phone.
Oh, when that statement was made, they didn't have cellular phones.
Probably no.
Back when that was told to me. Here's a high shot that goes wide of the net, now back into the near corner. And Newman throws it behind the Dallas goal. Into the corner it comes, and Solani's back after it, gives to Tkachuk. Tkachuk works it out front of the Dallas net, and Heward is there to make the play and clears it all the way down the ice. And back inside the Winnipeg zone. 3-0 Stars on first period goals by Marshall, Harvey, and Modano. Mike Fornes and Ralph Strangis with you tonight from Reunion Arena in Dallas. Lead pass up the left side for Mike Kennedy. He's across the blue line. Pulled to the ice now. Modano gets away with a puck, a shot, and a goal! Mike Modano, a beautiful pass right out front, and right on the stick of Todd Harvey. And Harvey slides home his 6th of the year and his 2nd of the game. And the Stars lead 4-0.
No disrespect to Todd Harvey, Mike, but that is one of the easiest setups you're ever going to get in your life. And what a play by Modano to get that puck out front. My goodness me. Stars get out clean. Matt Tkachuk, good lead pass up the left wing boards. It's dropped for Modano at the point. Modano moves around a diving defenseman, holds the puck, and then slides it in front for Harvey. All he's got to do is keep his eyes open and keep that blade on the ice, and it's in the goal. And the Stars lead it 4-0.
Modano has one of the assists. The other one coming from Mike Kennedy at 5:52 of period number 2. Now we get a face-off as the puck is trapped against the Stars' goal by the Winnipeg Jets. They're going to bring it all the way down. I think they're now saying that was an icing call.
Todd Harvey, 2 goals tonight. That's the first time this season for Harv with a multi-goal effort. And Mike Modano with a goal and 2 assists has figured in 3 of the Dallas Stars' 4 goals so far. The 3-0 lead was not enough against the Red Wings the other night. And I think tonight Dallas has kept the heat on here against a team that's not as mighty and powerful as the Detroit Red Wings. Well, what a play by Modano. Is he skating tonight?
Oh, yeah. Great game for Modano with a goal already and 2 assists. A 3-point evening thus far for number 9. Here come the Jets from the face-off. The puck cleared by Korolev back inside the Dallas zone and played off the glass now by Wakaluk out to Gilchrist at center ice. He throws it back to the blue line of the Winnipeg end. Dave Manson back to get it. Passes it over now to Norm McIver. Back to Manson. Manson to the near boards now for Shane Doan. Doan a long lead pass back into the Dallas end, and Kevin Hatcher's back to pick it up. Over to Darian Hatcher. Up the middle now to Gilchrist off the left side boards and back inside the Jets end. McIver hustles to the near corner. Tries to stick handle it out. Can't do it. Marshall puts the pressure on, and Marshall took a swing at the puck. Manson went right for Marshall's hands. And back come the Jets. Here's Doan a long slap shot. After he shoots, Darian Hatcher knocks him down. Now Tkachuk gets clipped by a high stick. Throws a punch at Darian Hatcher with his glove on. Hatcher comes right back at him. Rich Trottier has his hands full in the near corner, and we're going to see some penalties coming out of this, no doubt, with 12:59 to go here in the second period. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Last year, I flew 250,000 miles. But that's what I do for a living. So I know that for most people, that flight is a big part of what makes a trip good or bad. Some want to work, some relax, and some, they just want to get away. And knowing the difference, well, that comes with flying 250,000 miles and seeing 1,000 different faces.
Diet Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
Little scrum at the end of the play. Wakaluk can do a number of things once he has the puck, but he goes kind of out and tries to take a piece of Tkachuk as he goes cruising in front. Tkachuk turns around, and the next thing you know, he's challenged by Darian Hatcher. Here are the penalties.
Dallas penalty on number 2, Darian Hatcher. 2 minutes for cross-checking and 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 7:01.
So Darian gets a double minor penalty, 1 for cross-checking. one for roughing, and Kachuk just gets a roughing minor. The Jets will go on the power play. The always concentrating deep in thought, Darcy Wakaluk now sees the Jets' potent power play go to work.
What was he thinking about when that all those players came together in front there a moment ago? Looked like he had plenty of time to decide to hold on or what. I think he likes a little contact once in a while.
You bet he does.
Stirs the pot, that boy Wakaluk. Darren Quint throws the puck back inside the Dallas zone. Zamolik is in after it in the corner. Bumps now with Darren Shannon. And Guy Carbonneau tries to chase it. It comes back to the blue line. Here's a shot deflected just wide of the Dallas net. The Jets with the 6th best power play in the league at 20%. They fire to Wakaluk's goal area, and Darcy quickly covers up with the pads and makes the save from a sitting position. The Stars' penalty killers are tied for 3rd in the league at 86%, and we'll see how that goes, what we talked about with good penalty killing beating good power play teams. I think so. I think it usually works that way.
And I think you're right, Mike, and it's guys like Guy Carbonneau and Brent Gilchrist and Grant Ledyard, Craig Ludwig, who's out of the lineup. Carbonneau, since joining the Stars' penalty killing unit, has helped it become 4th in the National Hockey League. He was the player of the month for December. It jumped from 7th to 4th. That's what Carbonneau's done throughout his hockey career. Plays in his own end first, and so well. One of the best defensive forwards to ever play the game. You'd agree with that?
Oh, yeah. His coach wasn't bad either.
No, not too bad.
Here's Lawler throwing it in behind the Dallas goal to the near boards and back to the point. Now kept in by Darren Quint. He throws to the far corner for Solani. Back to the blue line for Newman. 1:12 left on the power play. Here's a shot tipped wide. Darren Shannon falls down at the side of the Dallas net. The puck played to the blue line for Newman. Over now, here's Solani. A slap shot just missed wide. Trapped on the back of the netting and played out to Darren Quint. Good shooting chance. He fires and hits the post. Back into the near corner again for Shannon. Darren Shannon up the boards. Turcotte to Quint. Back to Turcotte. From the top of the circle, near side. Takes a wrist shot blocked by Lawler. And back to the near corner it comes to Turcotte. Turcotte skates it back to the point. Quint keeps it in. Now over to the far boards for Newman. Newman to play it in behind the net. Over to the near corner again for Darren Shannon. Back to the blue line. Darren Quint to the far board. Throws it in behind the Stars net. Turcotte to chase it. Stars doing a great job of keeping the Jets out at the perimeter. At the point, here's Newman in a shot. Fires through the crowd. Wakaluk to save. The rebound loose. Turcotte goes fishing for it. And Wakaluk gets some help from the defense. They clear it all the way down the ice. Now Quint back from his own blue line. Right wing side. Over to Newman. Back into the near corner. A centering pass and an easy score there for Shane Doan, who was left all to his lonesome right in front of the goal as the Stars failed to pick up the man in front. And even on a power play, you have to play the man better than that, even when they've got the man advantage. Winnipeg is on the board here at 4-1.
I think, Mike, the Stars thought they were off the hook when they iced that puck with about 10 seconds left in the Winnipeg Jets man advantage. Winnipeg quickly turned it up ice. Newman down low, working on Kevin Hatcher, threw it up and just to the side of the goal. Doan, the rookie, will get his 5th goal of the season at exactly 9 minutes, 1 second prior to the expiration of the penalty on Darian Hatcher. And so it will go as a power play goal. And the Jets are on the board. It's Dallas 4, Winnipeg 1.
Newman and Solani pick up the assists on the goal by Shane Doan, his 5th of the year at 9 minutes of period number 2. So it's a 4-1 game, and the Stars have to be hoping this isn't the beginning of something that's going to lead to waking up all that Winnipeg offense. It was a power play goal, but nonetheless, the Stars had held the Jets at bay until just now. On the right wing is Mike Stapleton, a long slap shot. Wakaluk makes the save, back into the near corner. Stapleton trying to center again, and it's cleared out of there by Zamolik, who had been victimized earlier on the Doan goal. Good play by Doug there. Now it's thrown back to the near corner. Here's Nieuwendyk to try and knock it free. Brings it out to Adams. 2-on-2 rush. Out to center ice. Adams across the blue line. Takes the drop pass from Lettinen. Walks in. Can't get the shot off. He's hooked on the play. Knocked down. Lawler fires. A save. A rebound. Nieuwendyk couldn't get the shot off, and Lettinen's drive goes wide. Now Manson in the corner. Long lead pass out to Shane Doan at center ice. Cleared by Lawler back into the Winnipeg end. Just under 10 minutes to play here in the second period. The Stars leading 4-1. Now the puck cleared across the line, and offside is called.
Well, folks, don't miss your chance to win a trip for two by playing American Airlines Breakaways when the Dallas Stars take on Gretzky and the Kings this Monday night at Reunion Arena. When you attend the game, not only will you see the great one, not only will you see a resurgent Dallas Stars hockey team, but you just might win a trip for two to Europe. How can you beat that deal? Where do I sign up, you ask? Call 214-GO-STARS. That's the number. Well, Mike, the Stars countered a good Winnipeg chance with one of their own. Joe Nieuwendyk just can't quite find the handle after Lawler sends it at the net. It's then cleared away from in front. But that next shift after a goal so often so important, and Winnipeg scores at the other end. They got to believe they're right back in the game. Dallas almost made it a 4-goal lead again.
Face-off controlled by the Stars, and here's Lawler to move it ahead to Bill Heward on the left wing. He shoots it across the line, back inside the Jet zone. Heward in to throw a hit, and gets the job done as he was right there to knock Daryl Shannon out of the play. Now the puck played back to the near corner. Solani's back to move it along. Outside the line it comes, and Matvichuk is back to center. Richard Matvichuk shooting it back inside Winnipeg ice. Daryl Shannon clears it off the glass to the blue line. It's kept in there. Matvichuk's shot goes wide of the Jets' goal. Back in the near corner, taken by Gagne. He moves to the side of the net. Daryl Shannon knocks him free. Holding on to Gagne in the corner. Now Solani has the puck. Solani skates to center ice. Gets across the blue line. Right side pass, stolen by Harvey. Out comes Todd Harvey. Long lead pass to Modano across the line. Drop past Kennedy. Down the middle for Harvey. Got him for the hat trick. And he couldn't get the shot off. Now it's played into the far corner. Modano has it knocked free. Modano passes out to Harvey. It comes to Ledyard. Walks in, fires, and a pad save made by Tim Cheveldae in the goal. Modano with the rebound to the side of the net. Stick handling and tries to throw it in front, and it's taken away, and here comes Tkachuk down the left wing for the Jets. Inside the Dallas zone. Tripped up on the play, and Ledyard's got the puck, keeps it moving. Now back to Zamolik on the backboard. Doug Zamolik held against the boards on the play, now clears up to the blue line, and it's kept in there by the Jets' Dave Manson. Now here's a steal. Modano, 2-on-1 with Kennedy. The pass to Kennedy, a shot, hit the post. Mike Kennedy cranks it right off the post, and it danced along the goal line and just wide right behind the goaltender Cheveldae. Back come the Jets on the attack. Over on the near boards, the puck stolen. Back comes Gilchrist on the attack now for Dallas. Across the line, a centering pass blocked on the play by Norm McIver. Back into the near corner, McIver playing to Stapleton. Passes it out of the zone to center ice. Igor Korolev across the Dallas blue line. Throws it back into the near corner. Matvichuk is there to tie him up. Now it's sent along the boards, and McIver keeps it inside the Dallas zone. Now played to the side of the net. And Kevin Hatcher tries to work it free. Out comes Hatcher. To Gilchrist at center. Poke checked out of the zone to center ice, and before Eastwood can grab it, thrown right back in by Kevin Hatcher to the corner. Stars change up the line. Out comes Manson over to McIver. McIver from his own zone moves it on to center ice to King. King has it knocked free by Lawler back inside the Winnipeg end. Under 7 minutes to go here in this second period. Stars leading 4-1. Matvichuk back into the Dallas zone. Left side pass for Greg Adams. Adams hustled to the near boards and bumped by Ed Ronan, and the puck thrown back inside the Winnipeg end. Now it's taken off the backboards by Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk ties up with Gillen on the play. Nieuwendyk trying to skate it free. Back to the blue line, looking for Adams. Has it stolen. Adams takes the puck in front, gives to Nieuwendyk, and he can't get the shot off. He's hauled down on the play by Randy Gillen, and there'll be a penalty call coming here, a delayed call against the Jets. The Stars get Wakaluk out of the net. The sixth attacker is Gagne. Here's a drive, knocked down, a shot, hit the post. A drive off the post, and the Jets finally take possession. Play is called, and we have a power play coming up for the Dallas Stars. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Hey, Red Dog.
What?
Do you ever wonder why we're here?
Where?
you know, here, why we exist?
No.
How come?
I got better things to think about.
But why are we the way we are? I mean, I'd give anything to be as big as you.
True. You ain't big, but you're real quick.
Quick. Yeah. I guess it all evens out then, huh?
Well, that might be pushing it. Red Dog.
Hey, Red Dog.
Yeah?
Full moon tomorrow night.
I'm there, buddy.
If you have what's overall the most powerful line of truck engines on the planet, if you have better resale value than Ford, Chevy, or GMC, if you have what it takes to get J.D. Power & Associates' most appealing pickup award, you're probably not going to put your trucks on sale. But then, if you're Dodge, you like to change the rules. Announcing the first ever Magnum Power Sales event with savings up to $670 and low lease rates on America's hottest pickups. At the Texas Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
Wow, lots of action at Reunion. Mike Bonato and Mike Kennedy earlier on a 2-on-1. Kennedy will run around his backhand to try the forehand, and it goes right out the post. Then on a 6th attacker delayed penalty call, another goalpost hit. Ledyard from high in the slot. The rebound goes out of the post from Neuendijk's stick. 4-1 Stars, and what a hockey game. This is much better.
Power play now for the Stars as Gillen is off the ice for hooking. Puck played back to the near corner of the Winnipeg zone, and Todd Harvey with 2 goals already in this game tries to dig it out. Now it's played back along the sideboards, and Adams chases it behind the net. Here's Gagne throwing it in front for Harvey. Back to the point, Darian Hatcher left side. Throws off the skate of Adams. Behind the goal it comes. Centered in front. Harvey takes a swing and has it knocked away. Now back to the blue line again for Darian Hatcher. Keeps it in the zone, but Numanen turns to start out. Teppo Numanen back inside Dallas ice. Throws it behind the goal. The Jets change up the penalty killers. A minute 15 to play. Now some contact on Wakaluk as Kings came skating right by him. Here's a shot, and Matvichuk gets tripped up on the play. And I think King's version is that Wakaluk had got a piece of him earlier, and we have Matvichuk spun way around back into the near corner. He is slow in getting up. Now he's up to his skates and looks like he's all right, but Chris King is being taken off the ice for some contact with Wakaluk back in the Dallas zone.
Well, Wakaluk gets hit by King at his own end, and that calls a penalty. I'd be interested to see what happened to Matvichuk. Get a second look at that, because, Mike, so often when a delayed penalty is called, it's just an open license to hunt. King just kind of cruises through, and Walk takes a little spill. Matvichuk at the end of the play, and he's tripped.
That's the knee.
That's
that big knee coming out there for King, and that's the kind of play that can end careers, Ralph, and we've talked about that sort of a play. You know, the Jets had a player in training camp, Chris Simon, who found himself the victim of one of those low trip hits, and it came from a guy named Brian Marchment from Edmonton, who you know can throw those low hits. Here it's King, and you have to wonder right away about Matvichuk taking a spill like that, because he just had reconstructive knee surgery before the start of last season.
Well, and I'll tell you what, why is that? When there's a delayed penalty called, referees are so reluctant to make that second call if there's something going on out there.
He may have thought that it was a legal hit, which I would disagree with. I thought it was definitely a stuck-out leg knee. It's a tripping play.
You bet it was.
A trip.
You bet it was.
I would like to see that, when an injury results, be a 5-minute major penalty, Ralph.
Yep.
I think it can result in just as bad an injury as a high stick or an elbow or a check from behind.
Absolutely.
Here's a slap shot on the net by Kevin Hatcher. It's kicked away wide. King goes for interference to give the Stars a 2-man advantage. Here's a shot by Kennedy, and he's robbed right in front as Cheveldae got his pad on it. Now Kevin Hatcher back to the point. Over on the right side to Grant Ledyard. 5-on-3, slap shot to the net. Glove save made by Cheveldae, and cleared all the way down by Turcotte back into the Dallas zone. 25 seconds left in the Gillen penalty. A minute 15 to go on the call against Chris King. Here's Kevin Hatcher skating in. Now he's bumped on the play by Tkachuk. The puck cleared to the point. Ledyard has it. Over to Neuendijk. Back to Grant Ledyard. To Kevin Hatcher at the near point. Skates to center point. Passes. Here's a shot just wide off the stick of Grant Ledyard. Penalty expires to Gillen. He's back. Now the Jets are 1 man down for 48 seconds. Kevin Hatcher back into his own zone. Stars had 3 shots on goal during that first power play. Now they've got 40 seconds left on this one. Here's Gagne tied up at the blue line. The puck underneath Modano. Harvey waits until Mike gets up and then shoots it back. It's cleared out of the zone to center. Darian Hatcher, right side for Modano. In front for Harvey. And reaching behind, Harvey can't get it. Newmanen takes it away. Teppo Newmanen out of the zone to center ice to Gillen. Brings it across the Dallas line. Here's a wrist shot blocked by Matvichuk. And back come the Stars on the attack. Matvichuk out there for his next shift. Out it comes to Adams. Drop pass to the point. Matvichuk has it played free by Eastwood. It's cleared all the way down. It's good to see Matvichuk back out there, so no serious injury to him. Now, the bench door left open at the Winnipeg bench as Manson was headed off, and he gave Harvey a shove and ran him right into some unfriendly company. The penalty has expired to King. The Stars had no shots on that power play, and the Jets are now at full strength. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Dallas 4, Winnipeg 1. The puck cleared back inside. The Stars in. And taken now by Matvichuk, left wing side to Adams. Out to center ice to Gagne. He's across the blue line. Drop pass. Harvey back to Gagne. In on goal. A shot and a save. And Cheveldae has it under the pads. And play is stopped with 2:45 to go in the second period. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
No, goalie. This hockey team's in trouble.
You with the pretzels. Get in there.
Good thing these new rolled gold pretzels are fat-free.
Unbelievable!
Must be the pretzel.
It must be the pretzel!
Yes!
Are you okay?
Hang on.
A legend in the making!
For great taste that's fat-free, it must be rolled gold.
They're one of Nashville's hottest gospel recording companies, Tribute Records. And like millions of other businesses, they sing the praises of Office Depot. From the Music City to the Motor City, nobody sells more office products to more businesses than Office Depot, where low prices are guaranteed. That's the gospel truth.
Every day.
Dave Gagne has been in a cold streak. 1 goal in his last 16 games, but on a give and go, he goes right at Cheveldae, cuts to the backhand, tries a couple of whacks at it. Chevy laying on his right side makes the save. And Mike, when it's going tough, it's going tough. Even if the team's going well, sometimes it's tough to break out of your own slump.
Face off to the right side of the Jets goalkeeper Cheveldae, who has been peppered with 27 Dallas shots tonight. Here's another one from the point by Lawler, right on net from the face-off, and Cheveldae kicks it away. Into the far corner for Turcotte. Turcotte ties up, and Newmanen tries to knock it loose. Grant Marshall in to try and move it along. It's still against the baseboard. Now to the top of the circle, and cleared free from Marshall's stick to center ice by Tkachuk. He gives to Turcotte across the Dallas line. 2-on-1. Here's the shot, and a great glove save by Darcy Wakaluk, who extends the leather to his left and makes the grab.
I'll tell you, Darren Quinn and Teemu Selanne are shaking their heads a little bit, Mike, because this was developing into a 3-on-1 opportunity, and maybe Turcotte hustled it a little bit too much. He takes the shot. Wakaluk with a tremendous save, but there's going to be Quinn on his right. Selanne is trailing the play, and Wakaluk stretches out to make that save on Turcotte. Big save by Wak.
Mike Lawler doing a good job on defense there, playing that 2-on-1, allowed Wakaluk to see the puck. As they got down to the wire, Lawler moved right over and made it tough. Didn't allow the shooter too much room in close and cut his angle down. Now a little conversation going on out there as Matvichuk and Ledyard involved, and Matvichuk and Tkachuk begin to talk it over, while Manson is in there and has something to say.
Well, Matvichuk was skating to the Dallas Stars bench, or in that general direction, Mike, and as he went by Manson just gave him a shoulder and sort of popped him.
I haven't seen any of the 100-mile-an-hour slap shots tonight from Dave Manson, but we know he's capable of it. He right now is the leader in the slap shot competition in the NHL Super Skills. 100.8, I think it was.
Yeah, I think that's right. Very talented player, talented defenseman who came over in a trade from the Edmonton Oilers. one-time Chicago Blackhawk. Big Manson gave Matt Tkachuk a good shove. Tell you somebody else who can fire that biscuit, hole number 9.
Now, where is he in the rankings? The last I saw, I think he was 3rd, but I know that some other teams have had the chance to compete since then.
I think he dropped down a little bit, and you'll recall he had the bad shot. He tried one on his own and was up around 99 miles an hour, wasn't that right?
The one they counted was 97?
So, yeah, and so he's down, but Madonna in an earlier super skills competition at the All-Star game did break the 100-mile-per-hour mark.
From the face-off, the puck cleared to the blue line, kept inside the Dallas zone, and it comes over now to Solani. He brings it out to Tkachuk, back to the left point. Here's a slap shot, kicked wide by Wakaluk. Now Carbonneau battling in the corner, Ledyard in to help out. The puck knocked free behind the goal. Turcotte skates to the near boards and gives to Norm McIver, and he's pinched off by Carbonneau. Puck cleared up the right wing and outside the zone to center ice. Manson back to play it. 1:45 to go here in the second period. Stars leading 4-1 over the Jets. Here's a steal, and now Ledyard comes in and hits Tkachuk. Got him a little low with the knee extended out, and now neither one of them really wants to fight. And finally, Lawler comes in and says, no, I'll take care of this. And Lawler just dances him away. He doesn't want Grant Ledyard getting into a fight in there with Keith Tkachuk. I'm not sure, but what that conversation from Lawler's end might have been something to the effect of, hey, as long as Chris King can do it, one of our guys, don't be surprised if one comes back the other way. And Mike Lawler sticking up for a teammate there and knew that he was the better guy to be involved in that.
Yeah, and Grant Ledyard does not want to get in a fight with anybody. Keith Tkachuk, it looked like Ledyard was pretty well positioned and planted, and Tkachuk and Ledyard collided. It did not look to me, Mike, as if he was trying to trip him.
I thought his stick was more involved on that play than the play down at the other end on Matt Tkachuk, which is a little less harmless. You know, he was really trying to just flip him out of there, just make him mad.
Well, and here this could be it. Do you realize Grant Ledyard may take a penalty here? He's the only Dallas Star player without a penalty. And oh, Grant, he didn't want to tangle there, and you know, I don't know that he's going to get one. He dropped his gloves with intent, but you know what? Tkachuk didn't look like he was all that anxious either.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, they both kind of dropped their gloves and then just stood there, and Lawler came in and said, well, you know.
The only duty Grant Ledyard has to do now is get some more water for Darcy Wakaluk and bring it out. He's not going to be in the penalty box, Ralph.
No. Well, there is a minor penalty assessed against Tkachuk of the Jets and Lawler of the Dallas Stars. While we have a minute, we want to tell you that you and a guest can be on the next plane to Boston for the 1996 NHL All-Star Game and festivities, courtesy of Dallas Sports and the Dallas Stars. Just go to any Dallas Sports or Fort Worth Sports store and register. The winner will receive 2 tickets to the All-Star Game, round-trip airfare for 2 to Boston, hotel accommodations. The drawing will be held January 16th, so register now. This is a terrific weekend. Remember, folks, Dallas Sports and Fort Worth Sports have the best prices in sports.
Unsportsmanlike conducts,
speaking of sports,
given out here to Lawler and Tkachuk at 18:29. Lawler and Tkachuk both sent back to their respective dressing rooms with only 1:31 to play in the second period.
Terry Simpson, very animated behind the Winnipeg Jet bench. Simpson was officially named the head coach of the Jets on June 20th after finishing last season as interim head coach. He has coached with the New York Islanders, the Philadelphia Flyers. This may be his biggest test. The distractions involved this season with this club, Mike, that will in more than all likelihood not be in Winnipeg next year. I can tell you that is not an easy job.
Well, right now he's coaching the Winnipeg Jets, and he wonders if next year he's going to be coaching the Phoenix Jets. Or will they call it some of the other teams that they have nominated the team names? They've had a contest out there, and the official ballot allows fans in Phoenix to vote for the name Jets, the Phoenix Wranglers, the Scorpions, the Coyotes, the Outlaws, the Renegades, the Phoenix Freeze, how about that one, or the Phoenix Mustangs. And I understand that the leading contenders right now are the Scorpions and the Coyotes. I like Scorpions.
I kind of like Scorpions, too. You don't think Buddy Ryan will be involved with that at all?
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Even Phoenix Wranglers, that's not bad. I like the Western theme for all that cactus out there, you know?
I believe their arena football team was the Arizona Wranglers, or one of their football teams there was the Arizona Wranglers.
Got a nice baseball name in the Arizona Diamondbacks. They'll start play in '97. But we'll be in Arizona next year for the NHL. Here's a shot by Turcotte on net, and the save made by Wakaluk, and some house cleaning in front as Gilchrist is now knocked out, trying to make sure that no Jets get rebounds, especially at Teppo Newman.
Are you just amazed at the goaltenders of the Dallas Stars? Darcy and Andy, they can go 5 on, 5 off, and come in as if they were the guy that were playing the last 5 games. And we've seen that all year. Walk looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
You want a prediction?
Sure.
With Moog out 4 weeks, we're going to be saying the same thing sometime during the next 4 weeks about Manny Fernandez. He's that good. They say this guy is really going to be a good player in this league.
Well, they're very high on young Emmanuel Fernandez. Manny, as his close friends like us like to call him.
Where's he from?
Etobicoke Arboretum, Ontario. There. There you go.
Oh, I bet they have a good arboretum up in Etobicoke.
You know, I'm sure they do.
Here's Modano back in the near corner. Throws it behind the net. We're in the final minute of play in the period. The puck cleared out of the zone to center ice. Darren Quint has it knocked free. Taken over by Kevin Hatcher. Back to Darian Hatcher. Right side again. Kevin Hatcher moves to his own line. Now up to center ice. He's across the blue line, back into the near corner, throws the pass to the net. That's knocked away wide by Cheveldae. Now chased out front of the goal, and the puck knocked free by Darren Quint. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Stars leading 4-1. 4-on-4 hockey here for the remainder of the period. And as well, a ways into period number 3. Up the right wing boards, a pass to Modano. He's in across the blue line, a deke, a pass, and a almost shot by Darian Hatcher. Couldn't control it, couldn't get the wood on it. It's taken to the backboards. Now Modano back to try and dig it out. 6 seconds to go in the period. Pass in front. Lettinen fires wide of the net. Back to the near corner boards. Darren Quint takes over as time runs out. We have finished 40 minutes of this hockey game. The shots on goal during the second period. The Jets had 10, and the Dallas Stars with 11 shots during period number 2. Harvey for the Stars, Doan for the Jets. We're at 4-1 Dallas after 2. Tonight's second period has been brought to you by your friendly local Dodge dealer, America's Truck Stop. Back with more hockey coverage from Reunion Arena after these words.
Is Red Dog better tasting premium beer? Well, yeah. It's brewed without any fancy gimmicks by Plank Road to be gold, bold, and uncommonly smooth. But hey, it's your call.
All right, guys, we got a 34-minute turnaround on this one. Let's do it.
It can be 5 below zero or coming down in buckets. It doesn't matter. It doesn't buy you another second out here. But time isn't everything. Getting the job done right is. And passengers don't really see this.
Have a late bag on your way back.
No problem, Jerry. I'll take care of it.
It's a rare moment when they see us at all. But not a second goes by that we're not looking out for them.
Let's look at the Magnum Power Sales Event one word at a time. Magnum, as in Magnum Engines, as in Dodge Ram, ranked most appealing pickup by J.D. Power and Associates. Power, overall the most powerful line of truck engines on the planet. Sales, save on 5.2 and 5.9 liter V8s, up to $670, or $500 on Cummins diesel. And event, it's the first time America's hottest pickups have ever been on sale like this. At the Texas Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
No steel in your thunder. No, it can't be contained. You fill me with wonder and cool me off thy brain. You're a
Miller Lite Hockey Tips. This tip deals with the penalty shot. The penalty shot is one of the most exciting elements in the game of hockey. There are several situations in which a penalty shot may be awarded. First, there's the obvious trip on a breakaway. The offensive player must be in possession and in control of the puck and on the defending side of the ice and have no one to beat but the goaltender. The second situation occurs when the goalpost is deliberately dislodged during a scoring attempt. A third occasion is on a breakaway, when a player is interfered with by an opponent who has illegally entered the game. A penalty shot is also awarded when a defending player covers the puck with his glove while in the crease. And finally, when a player is interfered with by a thrown object, such as a glove or a stick. A penalty shot is not awarded often and is certainly an exciting moment in any hockey game. Join us next time for another Miller Lite Hockey Tip.
You ever hear anyone talk about life like you gotta chew it up and spit it out? You gotta want it so bad you can taste it. You gotta be hungry. If so, Gatorade has one question for you. You want something to drink with that? Because you're gonna be thirsty. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Remember when you resolved to become a lean, mean machine? Oh, well, at least you can drive one. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Your North Texas Pontiac dealers' lean, mean year-end clearance, where you can get lean prices on our mean Pontiac line. Right now, you can really give the road a workout in a new Grand Am with air conditioning, dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, and more. And with an offer like this, you can drive Grand Am excitement today. So make a new resolution. Get to the lean, mean year-end clearance at your North Texas Pontiac dealer.
This. Sports coupe with bulletproof glass, ejector seat,
rocket launcher, champagne cooler,
radar screen, Sidewinder missiles.
One owner.
Wonder what kind of bloke would be selling a car like that?
My name's Bond. James Bond.
I wonder what he's getting instead.
C007's new BMW in GoldenEye.
Coming soon to John Roberts BMW and Classic BMW in Dallas.
Welcome to the Emperor's, the place for fine Indian dining. Authentic Indian cuisine with the most exclusive settings. The perfect balance of elegance, comfort, and taste. We specialize in tandoor, prepared by our great chefs of India. Located in the heart of Irving, just minutes from Grapevine, Capel, and Valley Ranch. It's the Emperor's. Come enjoy a feast from the palace.
1.
The Dallas Stars lead the Winnipeg Jets 4-1 after 2 periods of play. The Stars are 20 minutes away from their first win against a Central opponent this season. They are also lighting it up here at Reunion Arena. The fans who have come out tonight, what a party we are having indeed for a Friday night of hockey here in Big D. I'm Ralph Strangis. We want to welcome you back to Dallas Stars hockey, but talk about some of those who could not attend the bash this evening. Dallas Stars injured players include Stars defenseman Craig Ludwig, who is out another couple of weeks, although I talked to him this morning, and he thought that he might be back sooner. He had surgery to repair a broken finger that he suffered December 23rd. Also out is Shane Churla. Churla's day-to-day with a sore ankle. Now, you'll recall that he missed 9 games with a fractured ankle from October 28th through November 17th. Churla is day-to-day. He might be back in the lineup very soon. Andy Moog, the most recent man to join that list, he's out 4 weeks after arthroscopic surgery on his knee after a collision that he incurred in the game against the Detroit Red Wings on Wednesday night in Detroit. He's been placed on injured reserve. Emmanuel Fernandez has been called up from the Stars International Hockey League affiliate, the Michigan K-Wings, to back up Darcy Wakaluk. We want to talk about our NHL Molson update and scoring in the National Hockey League. Mario Lemieux leads all NHL scorers with 87 points. His teammates, Jaromir Jagr and Ronnie Francis, right behind him. Colorado's Peter Forsberg and the New York Rangers' Mark Messier, who's playing maybe the best hockey in his last 5 years this season with the New York Rangers. The goal leaders, once again, it's the Pittsburgh Penguins on top of things. Jaromir Jagr has 35. Mario Lemieux has 34. Alexander McGillney of Vancouver has 30. Colorado's Joe Sakic and the Rangers' Mark Messier each have 27. Our Alka-Seltzer Plus Award, Guy Carbonneau is a +3. He continues to lead on the Dallas Stars roster. Richard Matvechuk, Shane Churla, and Bill Heward each are a +2. Folks, we are nothing if not topical, and tonight's Whataburger What a Shot is a dandy. It came earlier in this hockey game. Get the VCRs out, set them on record. A highlight reel goal by Michael Modano. He'll use his in the first period. That was exciting. If you want to be a part of all the Dallas Stars fun, you can join the Tom Thumb Junior Stars, provided that you're a kid. You get discounted tickets to Stars home games, a free puck, a button, a hockey stick pen, lots more. Register at any Tom Thumb store to be a Tom Thumb Junior Star. Well, folks, it's 4-1 here. The Stars are smoking. And we'll come back and have more when our coverage of Dallas Stars hockey continues. You must be watching the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
This Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, John Wayne stars in El Dorado on AMC Saturday Classics. AMC, American Movie Classics, where the stars touch you.
Swabits, where people get what they want. Where people get what they want.
My friends, depend on me, Smokey B, to protect our trees. Oh, what I did.
What's the trouble?
This isn't me.
But, Smoke, you're 50. We agreed you'd talk to kids in their
I
language.
know, but I'll just give it to them straight. Kids, only you can prevent forest fires.
If you like your music hot and heavy, you want Rock This Way, a great new collection of 36 hard rocking hits. Rock This Way, 36 great songs on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. Here's how to order.
Call toll-free 1-800-423-2121. Call from U.S. or Canada. That's 1-800-423-2121. Or send $19.98 for 2 cassettes or $26.98 for 2 CDs, plus $4.95 shipping to the address on your screen.
Well, lots of action coming up here at Reunion Arena in the next few days. After the Stars take a little quick road trip up to Chicago on Sunday night, they'll be back home to play the Los Angeles Kings on Monday evening. Then the Detroit Red Wings come to town on Wednesday night. And on Friday, it'll be the Florida Panthers here at Reunion to play against the Stars. So a 3-game homestand and lots of tickets available if you'd like to come out and see the Stars, and a great opportunity to bring the whole family and come on out and see 3 pretty good teams. The Los Angeles Kings, of course, have Wayne Gretzky. The Stars have a great rivalry going this season with the Red Wings. And those Florida Panthers, I don't know what to say about them. The way things are going with them, they are flying high, and the Stars would love to bring them right back down to earth. It is a 4-1 lead. The Dallas Stars ahead of the Winnipeg Jets at the end of 2. We have plenty of out-of-town scores to bring you, courtesy of Southwest Airlines. Here's what's happening. A final score tonight, the Whalers defeating the Senators 4-2 in that game. A pair of goals by Brendan Shanahan in the third period made the difference for the winning Hartford Whalers. Detroit at Pittsburgh tonight. The Penguins win it 5-2. Kevin Hodgson came on in relief of Chris Osgood as the Pens scored all their goals in the second period of that game. Toronto at Buffalo, they're in the third period right now. The Sabres have a 3-1 lead. Dave Hannon, Brad May, and Pat LaFontaine have scored for Buffalo. Matt Sundin, the only goal for Toronto. The New York Rangers at Washington tonight. And that is now a 3-2 Capitals lead. Steve Konowalchuk had 2 goals in the second period. Joe Juneau scored in period 2 for Washington. For the Rangers, Pat Verbeek and Ian LaPerriere both scoring in the first period. Anaheim at Calgary just underway. They're in the first period. Guy Hebert against Trevor Kidd in the nets. And Florida at Edmonton has Mark Fitzpatrick against Fred Brathwaite. Zdeno Seeger has scored for the Oilers in the first period to give Edmonton that 1-0 lead. Later on tonight, Los Angeles playing at San Jose against the Sharks. Our story between the lines for the second period, the Stars outshot the Jets 11-10 in period 2. The body checks were even at 4-4. Face-offs won by Dallas 11, while the Jets claimed 5. The Jets went 1 for 1 on the power play. The Stars were 0 for 3. 8 minutes in penalties taken by Winnipeg and 6 taken by the Dallas Stars, and we'll have a brief period of 4-on-4 when we come back for the third period. Ralph and I will be back to bring it to you in just a moment.
Right now, Southwest Airlines has got-to-go fares starting at just $19 one way on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It's such a good deal. People everywhere see it as the perfect opportunity to get away. But if you want got-to-go fares to be your big break, you better hurry. Got-to-go fares from $19 only on Southwest, the low-fare airline.
I've got a taste for living when you're by my side. Must be what the doctor ordered. Dr. Pepper's on my mind. You're the part of me, that's the part of me. Dr. Pepper, you're a part. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me.
Wait to shake his cold. Pills take time to dissolve, so he'll rush relief with the effervescent power of Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. It's ready the moment you take it, rushing powerful medicines to soothe your aches, relieve your runny nose, free your breathing. Nothing rushes relief like Alka-Seltzer Plus, or rush relief with new great-tasting orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus.
I am not what I wear. I'm not a pair of pants or a shirt. I'm not in touch with my inner child. I don't read poetry, and I'm not politically correct. I'm just a guy, and I don't have time to think about what I wear, because I've got a lot of important guy things to do. 100% cotton, wrinkle-free pants that don't require a lot of thought. Hager. Stuff you can wear.
Well, the Dallas Stars lead the Winnipeg Jets 4-1 after 2 periods of play. They have exploded here against the Jets at Reunion Arena. And we talked about a party. I mean, what a party. All dudes of all shapes and sizes are here enjoying the offense. Richard Matvichuk, great tape pass right to Mike Kennedy. Kennedy will lug it into the Jet zone to Madonna, who makes a beautiful pass across the slot to Todd Harvey, and the Stars will go up 4-0 in that second period. Harv's second of the night, 6th of the season. Madonna and Kennedy at 5:52. If there were 3 assists, we'd give Matvichuk 1 too. Then Shane Doan scores a point-blank shot on Wakaluk, a power play goal at the very end. His first of the season. Numanen and Solani get the assists at 9 minutes. Shane Doan made it 4-1, and the Stars almost made it 5-1. Mike, if some of these guys would finish off even a couple of more of these, Madonna could have about 5 assists by now. Cross-ice pass to Kennedy, and he hits the post right behind Shovelday. But I'll tell you, the Dallas Stars, if they keep the heat on here in the third period, are on their way to a nice hockey game tonight.
Well, Mr. Strangis, there are some people who are saying now that they want to split hockey into 4 quarters. What do you think about that?
No. I don't like it.
I don't either. Why don't you like it?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with the 3-period format right now.
Amen.
If it ain't broke, why fix it?
You only get 1 intermission, you know, because it'll just be a halftime.
Yeah.
And now we get 2.
Yeah.
What are these people thinking when they're talking about the marketing and the concessions? And it makes hockey a great first date.
It sure
having
does.
2 intermissions.
And that's the big part of the whole thing. You know, that's really why you should keep it. I think I think that first date stuff is very important. We're thematic tonight.
I don't think they should mess with this idea of changing the length of the game in the sense of splitting it up. Boy, I don't think many of the people we've talked about tonight would like that. They're having a good time here at Reunion. We're underway with the third period. 4-on-4 hockey continues, and some business in there for Tim Chevelday. And the Jets defense clearing, but not out of the zone. Now it comes back to Neuendijk over to the far boards for Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher slides it along the corner. It's in behind the net. Greg Adams tips it free, and now it comes back over to Newman, and he works it off the boards and all the way down. Penalties are over. Lawler and Tkachuk back on the ice. The icing is waved off as the puck went through the goal crease, and now here comes Lettinen down the right wing. Charges into the Jet zone. Back into the near corner. Thrown behind the goal, and Manson can't get to it. Now it comes to the left wing boards. And Korolev is back to pick it up. Over to Manson. Now outside the zone, taken by Carbonneau. Over to Marshall. Left wing side to Lawler. Tkachuk and Carbonneau came together, and Carbonneau had the stick on its way up. Now back it comes to Manson. Behind his own zone, the Jets end to our right during this third period. Here comes Tkachuk to center. Tkachuk gets across the blue line, left wing side, drop pass Korolev. He fires and scores. That went right past Matvichuk and through Wakaluk into the net. And the Jets are back in this game now at 4-2. And you can say, well, they're still 2 goals down, but they're 2 goals away now from tying the Dallas Stars. Ralph, we've talked about this in the past, about these third period letdowns. Are the Stars going to let the Jets back in this game now and let them off the hook? They had them 4-1.
Well, this is really the moment of decision for the Dallas Stars. Igor Korolev, who was a waiver wire acquisition by the Jets from the St. Louis Blues, is able to just rip it. He gets inside the Dallas Stars blue line and just almost in the middle of that circle to Wakaluk's right. And Korolev just overpowers Wakaluk for his 13th goal this year to make it a 4-2 game.
That's number 13 on the season for Korolev. Tkachuk and Manson assisting at 1:37. Play inside the Dallas zone, and on the near boards, it's brought to the blue line. Here comes Brent Fedek to start it out to center ice to Zamolik. Doug Zamolik across the line, throws it wide of the net. Dropped in behind the goal now by Chevelday. Finley, a long lead pass. That's all the way down the ice, and Wakaluk takes it at the side of the net. No icing. Off the near boards now for Grant Ledyard, and out to center ice. Gagne to the blue line. Over to Heward. Long wrist shot, and kicked away by Chevelday to the corner. Now the puck cleared to the far boards inside the Winnipeg zone, and flipped end over end by Darren Quint out to center. Back inside the Stars' end. Kevin Hatcher over to play it. Right side for Darian Hatcher. Up the boards to the blue line, and Newman now has the puck for Winnipeg. Back to the Dallas line. The Hatchers trade passes. Here's a lead pass right side up the boards for Kennedy. Harvey throws it in on net. The save is made by Jet goaltender Tim Chevelday. Now cleared on the right wing, and here's Tkachuk across the line. Delivered back to the near corner. Korolev tries to dig it out. Held up by Harvey at the point. Here's a shot knocked down and played out of the zone to center, and Newman is back to retrieve it. Newman has it knocked away by Modano. He brings it right outside the line to center, and on inside the Winnipeg zone to the corner. Along the near boards, it's behind the net, and taken by Norm McIver. McIver works the puck to center ice. Long slap shot back into the near corner. Karams off the backboard and in behind the goal. Now Matvichuk is back to play it. Richard Matvichuk. Taken away by Darren Shannon. He's across the line with Turcotte. Has it stolen at the top of the circle. Here's a slap shot. Turcotte sent that wide of the Dallas net. Played to the near boards. Manson keeps it inside the Stars zone. Here's the dangerous Solani. Fires. Pass across, and right in front, it's flipped into the top corner of the net. And the Jets appear to be on their way to a comeback here. This lead has shrunk to 4-3 on a nice rink-wide pass across from in front. Solani setting up Darren Turcotte.
Well, Mike, it was It was the next goal that was going to be the huge goal. Stars could extend their lead back to 3, or the Jets could cut it to 1. Somehow Solani shakes loose and spots Norm McIver, it is, coming in, Mike, from the point, from the right point. Turcotte was right there in front, and McIver's backhand shot, the two of them were very close together. McIver's able to go upstairs. He was recently acquired from the Pittsburgh Penguins for Neil Wilkinson, and he's made it 4-3.
Here's the call.
Assisted by number 8, Teemu Solani, and number 4, Dave Manson. Time of the goal, 3:56. Winnipeg.
So at 3:56, it is indeed McIver from Solani and Manson, and the Stars' lead is cut to 1. Stars need to put this team away, not let them off the hook. And here we go with a troublesome third period, and let's see if the Stars can shake out of it now. Winnipeg has 2 shots so far in the third period. Dallas has 4, but the Jets have scored both goals, and they've scored the last 3 in the game. Here's an icing call against Winnipeg. 4-3 Stars in the early going of the third. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
NHL Trivia is brought to you by the Discover Card. What is the only team in NHL history to win the Vezina Trophy in their expansion year? Discover the answer when we come back.
Consider credit card rebates, gasoline, airline miles, cars. Many can hold you down with restrictions or yearly limits, but not the Discover card. The more you use your card, the higher your cashback bonus award, and you're never restricted on how you can use cash. When it comes to rebates from the Discover card, the sky's the limit. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
The answer to our trivia question is the St. Louis Blues in 1967. The Vezina Trophy is awarded to the team with the lowest goals against average in the regular season. That's tonight's Discover Card Trivia. It pays to discover the card that pays you back.
Well, Norm McIver snuck in, Mike, but he kind of didn't get it all the first time. Great pass by Solani. He had to wait, go to the backhand. If he'd have shot it when he wanted to, I don't think he'd have put it in the goal, but it just sort of hit his skate, bounced to his backhand, and then McIver was able to put it upstairs for a 4-3 proximate goal by the Jets.
His third goal of the season. Here's Zamolik, a blast from the point. That's wide of the net. This crowd is hushed here as the Stars scored the first 4, and the Jets have come back with the last 3, an all too familiar pattern for the Dallas Stars. They had a 3-0 lead on Detroit the other night, and the Wings came back with 3 goals to tie it. Here's a lead pass up the middle off the stick of Shane Doan back into the Dallas zone, taken away by Ledyard and sent on inside Winnipeg ice. Cheveldae guides it behind the net. Newman slaps it up the near boards. And now outside the zone to Korolev to center ice. Ledyard pinches in, ties up Doan at the blue line. The play is offside, and there'll be a face-off in neutral ice. Those Jet fans came up with a write-in campaign to try and get Teppo Newman on the All-Star team as a starter. They felt he was neglected by leaving him off the ballot.
Well, the Winnipeg Jets fans are, I'm sure, upset about many things these days.
That's the least of their worries.
I would imagine so. Yeah, Newman this season, 5 goals and 23 points in 32 games. The Finnish-born defenseman for the Winnipeg Jets. Still an international flair here in Winnipeg, Mike. They got him from just about everywhere.
The draw comes back to center ice. Here's Manson down the right wing, now to the corner for McIver. Puts it in behind the goal, and Gagne works it loose at the side of the Dallas goal. Pressure here from these Jets, and Bill Heward takes it away. Here come the Stars on the attack. Fedek to center ice, throws it back inside the line. Heward, a slap shot up into the shoulder, and the save made by Cheveldae. The puck cleared out of the zone to center and back into the Dallas end. Matvechuk off the left boards for Heward, has it knocked free. Darren Shannon chases the puck to the corner. Mike Lawler there, hooked off the play. It's spun around to the right wing side, and Fedek brings it on to center ice. Here comes Fedek across the blue line of Winnipeg. Puts it right in front to Gagne, a shot. Rebound to Heward. That's also stopped by Cheveldae. Played back to the near boards. Now out of the zone to center ice and back into the Stars' end. And it's touched up by Darian Hatcher for the icing call. With 13:31 to go here in the third period.
Now this line's playing well. Dave Gagne with Brent Fedek and Bill Heward. Gagne has gotten some great chances in this hockey game. He'll go in. Another backhand shot. Cheveldae loses it. Heward's shot goes right back into his pads, and Fedek tries to chase it down behind the goal. Bill Heward, who spoke to us live in our first intermission segment, scored his second goal of the season Wednesday against Detroit. He's also tied for second on the team with a +2 rating.
Lettinen ties up in the corner now with Daryl Shannon. The puck goes to the far boards. Finley clears to the point. Darian Hatcher, a wrist shot. Pad save made by Cheveldae. And it's cleared to the corner for Eastwood. Now in behind the net. Taken over by the Jets and Chris King to the blue line for Eastwood out to center ice. Former Toronto Maple Leaf Mike Eastwood. Taken away by Nieuwendyk. Ties up with King along the near boards. Cleared out to center for Eastwood down the right wing side. Inside the Dallas zone. Goes to the corner for Mike Stapleton. Stapleton throws it behind the net. King is back to pick it up. Darian Hatcher's right on him. Here's a backhander in front. Lettinen gets a stick on it, and now Nieuwendyk starts out to center. Lead pass left side. Too far for Greg Adams. Goes inside the Jet zone to the corner. Along the near boards for King. Bounces it ahead to center. It gets between the skates of Smolik. Back inside the Dallas zone. Stars 4, Jets 3, 12.5 to play in the third period. Mike Forns and Ralph Strangis with you here tonight from Reunion Arena. Teppo Numminen waits in front as the puck carried out by Darren Quint to center. Left side now to Solani, cutting in, throws to the net. That hit the ankle of Ledyard. The Stars' net has been dislodged now as Tkachuk involved in a collision there with Gilchrist right in front of Wakaluk. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
I got a plan for tonight, and the plan is to have no plan at all. Maybe I'll send my left brain on vacation for a while. Maybe I'll let my soul be the boss. Maybe I'll stay out a little late. Maybe I'll stay out a lot late. Maybe I'll go to a party uninvited and dance with every woman in the place without touching the floor once. Maybe I'll go to a city that never sleeps, and maybe I'll put it to bed. What are you gonna do? Olsen Ice, step outside.
For over 63 years, the Minyard family has been serving your family's grocery needs. Up and down every aisle, our experience really shows at your nearby Minyard food store. Feel it in the farm-fresh fruits and vegetables carefully selected daily. See it in the lean USDA choice meats and poultry trimmed to perfection. Taste it in the terrific variety of name-brand products. At Minyard food stores, quality, value, and customer satisfaction are a family tradition.
Stars lead 4-3, but Brent Gilchrist is now in the penalty box, Mike. Dallas led 4-0 at one point, and the Jets are now on a power play with 12:12 to play in the third period. Big kill upcoming.
Good penalty killing beats a good power play. Remember, I told you that, so you can bring it back if we have trouble here. Here's a centering pass, and Tkachuk fanned on the shot and just about wiped out my theory. The puck cleared all the way back to the blue line of Winnipeg. Now here's Numminen to drive it back into the Dallas zone. Wakaluk holds it up, brings it over to Darian Hatcher, and he clears the length of the ice. Crowd tonight, 15,412. 15,412 at Reunion Arena. Numminen idles behind the goal and now starts out from the Jet zone to our right. Brings it ahead to center. Drives it off the stick of Lettinen to the corner. Wakaluk takes it behind the net. Wakaluk involved in a collision at the side of the net now, bumping Igor Korolev, but everybody's okay. The play continues. Here's a lead pass to Solani. Teemu Solani back over to Korolev, back to Solani to the near point for Quint, to the right point to Numminen. Stolen by Greg Adams, and Adams gets it outside the line. Left wing it comes. Here comes Modano, fires, shorthanded, and the save made by the goaltender Cheveldae. Back come the Jets on the attack. Korolev, right side, Mike Stapleton along the far boards. Stick handling back to the point. Brings to the blue line. Here's a pass into the near corner, and it comes over now to McIver. Skates back to the blue line. Sets it up for Manson. Left wing side to Stapleton. Stapleton. Over to McIver. Here's a slap shot. Knocked down by Lawler. Rebound slammed into the net. A power play goal by Igor Korolev. This game is tied at 4.
Fans here don't like it, and they shouldn't like it. The Dallas Stars probably don't like it much either, but they are becoming victims of their own memories. And Igor Korolev will be in the right spot at the right time. A shot from high in the slot goes off of Lawler right to the waiting forehand of Korolev, and he pumps it in. His second goal of the game, his 14th of the season, and the Jets, who were down 4-0, have scored 4 unanswered goals to tie this game.
Assisted by number 4, Dave Manson, and number 44, Norm McIver. Time of the goal,
Manson
9:20.
and McIver at 9:20, tying this game at 4. Stars' lead has been erased here in the third period by the aggressive Jets, who used that power play to disappoint the Stars. Back in the near corner, it's Fedek to play it. Inside Winnipeg territory, now sent outside the line by Daryl Shannon and thrown back to the Dallas line. Puck back in the Stars zone. Here's Darian Hatcher, right side to Fedek. Brings it on to center ice for Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher across the blue line, charging on, and a backhand shot. Goes wide of the net. Now Fedek to chase it in behind the goal. Cleared to the far corner. Fedek pokes it in behind the goal. Darren Quint back to pick it up this time for the Jets. Now on the right wing to Newmanen. Newmanen leads to center. It's all the way down. Lawler skates after it. No icing as he hustles to pick it up. Mike Lawler up the left board. Right pass to Kennedy. Kennedy across the line. Wrist shot off the shoulder of the goaltender Chevelday, and it goes wide. Now led ahead on the right wing. Here's Solani alone, but he's offside. And the play is called. Good work by the linesman there, Dan Shakti and Andy McGilman, whistling that play down from back inside the Winnipeg zone. That pass began inside the Jet zone, and Solani crossed the center line before the puck, and therefore was an ineligible receiver.
And really, Mike, if Shannon would have taken a step across that blue line, just a step is all he needed, and he still had Solani breaking, but it was the right call by Shakti because the pass originated from just inside of the Winnipeg blue line, or Solani was gone.
Turcotte against Modano, and the Jets get the faceoff. Manson out to McIver. Tosses back inside the Stars end. Korolev has 2 goals here in the third period. Solani out front. Wrist shot. Knocked down by Wakaluk. Rebound. Cleared out front by Lawler. Back comes Harvey on the attack. Flips to the right side boards, and it trickles off the arm of Kennedy into the Stars players bench, out of play. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Philadelphia, birthplace of the Constitution and the cheesesteak. I secretly replaced the cheesesteaks at Tony's with my own. They're filled with juicy marinated steak and grilled onions and peppers smothered in melting cheese. Let's see if anyone noticed. How's that Philly cheesesteak?
Wonderful. The best. Hey, you ain't Tony.
I'm his brother, Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana at Dallas, Tuesday at 7:30 on Prime Sports.
Well, Mike, lots of guys are trying different things. Lance Vogt, the Stars equipment manager, is not shaving until the Stars get a win. Now, he looks attractive with that beard, that facial hair, certainly something that he should be proud of, but he's waiting. He's waiting.
4-4 lockup, 8:45 to go, third period. Here's a long shot by Doan, and that is grabbed by Wakaluk, and he stops play. And You can really tell, Ralph, that the wind has gone out of the sails of this team in third period. The crowd's quiet now. What a different atmosphere right now than the first two periods.
You know, I sense that we expect it, the fans expect it, the team expects it. I mean, it's very strange. It's hard to explain, but the way that the Stars have sort of, you know, built a lead and then lost it is becoming a trademark of this club.
What's the solution?
Win a game.
Play the game in two periods?
Yeah, we were talking about 4 quarters. How about 2 20-minute periods? I think that's maybe what I'd do right now.
Here's a lead pass from Adams, dumped back into the near corner inside the Jet zone. It's knocked free by Lehtinen. Lehtinen pinned against the sideboards, and in is Nieuwendyk to knock it loose. Now Lehtinen got a stick on it. It comes in behind the Jets' goal, and for Winnipeg, Norm McIver up the right wing boards for Shane Doan. Doan leads it ahead to center ice. Now Ledyard back at his own line. Left side for Greg Adams. Adams ties up right at the center red line between the two players' benches. And the puck thrown back into the Dallas zone. Here's Grant Ledyard, right side for Jere Lehtinen. Lehtinen in across the blue line, and Manson falls down, and just as Lehtinen tried to carry it in, offside is called against the Stars as Joe Nieuwendyk was in before the puck.
Lehtinen thought that play was going to be onside. Manson fell and opened things up. Nieuwendyk is playing with Lehtinen, who's returning after a groin injury, and also Greg Adams. And Joe Nieuwendyk had a pair of assists in the game Wednesday at Detroit. They were his first 2 points as a Dallas Star, and the local media, who is usually very tough on the Stars in that building, gave Jolton Joe the #2 star of the game.
Here's Kevin Hatcher now from out of neutral ice, throws the puck back inside the Winnipeg end. 4-4 story here with 7:45 to go in the third period. Mike Eastwood takes the puck behind the Winnipeg goal. Up the right wing. Now cleared across the blue line, and Darian Hatcher back to take it. Leads it on to center ice. Now here's Gilchrist throwing it across the line and back inside Winnipeg territory. Gilchrist turns, fires a shot that's just wide of the net. Back to the near boards, and the Jets come out. Now King to center ice, throws it back inside the Stars zone. Played to the near corner boards. Chopped up the right wing now for Carbonneau. Leads it out to center for Kevin Hatcher. Across the line, back inside the Jets end for Newman. Eastwood to help out, gives to Mike Stapleton, and it's cleared back to the Dallas line. Darian Hatcher ahead for Bill Heward. Inside the Winnipeg zone. Handled at the side of the net by Newman. Heward in to take a run, but misses. Now Fedek has the puck. It's cleared to the far boards. Gagne has it behind the net. Stars need some offense here in this third period. Over to Fedek. Fedek takes it behind the goal, slashed by Quint. The puck loose at the side of the net, and the Jets get rid of it, clearing it all the way down back into the Dallas zone. The puck shot on net, and electing to hang on is the goaltender Cheveldae to stop play with 6:27 to go in the third period. And Tim Cheveldae knows his team is responding and getting things going out there offensively, while the Stars have quieted down. And as you point out, Ralph, third periods have been strange. Engineer Jeff Kuster pulling out a Time magazine to read it here. He's only lasting 2 periods at a time tonight anymore.
Well, it's tough because, you know, when you go back a few games ago, Stars have Detroit and Toronto in this building. The Stars allow 3 goals in 2 nights and lose both games. Then they finally get to Detroit and score 3 goals and take a 3-0 lead, and the Wings come back and tie it 3-3. In this game, they have a 4-0 lead, and the Winnipeg comes back and ties it 4-4. Regardless of whether they play it close to the vest or wide open, nothing is really working for them in terms of getting a win in the win column.
At the blue line, here's Ledyard carrying to the right wing boards, tries to throw it in front. Gagne was tripped up and knocked down on the play by Gillen. No call. Here comes Eastwood to start out, flips it to center ice. Now Heward picks it up there. Throws it back inside the Jets zone. Cheveldae just wants to keep it moving. Throws the puck behind the net for Manson. Long lead pass to center. Too far for Eastwood. Into the far corner of the Dallas zone, and Ledyard is there first. Icing is the call with 6:01 to play here in the third period.
Boy, Dave Gagne really got mugged by Gillen out front, and he got mugged even before Ledyard had an opportunity to get him the puck. He was already down as Gillen just came and sort of swung that stick and took him down in front of the goal. Gagne trying to get position, and he gets a hold of him with the stick, does Gillen out front. Gagne goes down. Very frustrated hockey player right now. Chatham, Ontario's Dave Gagne, who's had 10 goals but has been sitting on that number for quite a while.
This game started out so well offensively with Madano scoring 3 points through the first 2 periods. Harvey with 2 goals through 2 periods. Now the Jets have come back with 4. Here's a centering pass knocked away by Tkachuk, and out come the Jets to center. Left side. Thrown on inside the Dallas zone now by Korolev, who has 2 goals for Winnipeg here in the 3rd period. Out come the Stars. Lettinen into center. Gives to Nieuwendyk. Drives it back inside the Winnipeg end. Now Cheveldae clears to the corner. The puck knocked loose. Greg Adams tries to dig it free and does. Walks around, turns, fires, and it's up high. It goes over the goal and into the seats for a souvenir.
Boy, great idea by Greg Adams. This time he tries to go upstairs and under the bar. He'll pull it out from Doan on the end boards and then sweep around to Cheveldae's left and try and go upstairs. Diving play, and a stick gets in his way as Doan recovers to get back to find his man. Greg Adams, who's had so many chances in the last few games, he parlayed those on Wednesday into a goal and an assist. He is currently behind Mike Madano with 14 goals and 21 points in each of those respective categories. 5:20 to play in the 3rd period. Dallas 4, Winnipeg 4. Stars were off to a 4-0 lead, and the Jets have come back with 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and that's where we are.
Madano against Tkachuk in the face-off to the left side of Cheveldae. Stars get it. Back it comes to Matvichuk. Along the near boards, now he looks for Harvey out front of the net. It's played free to the blue line and gets between the defense to center. Now Lawler back into his own zone. Solani tries to work it free. Teemu Solani jams up with Mike Lawler. Lead pass to center ice. Kennedy sprints down the right wing. Back into the near corner of the Jet zone. And he's held up by Finley on the play. Tie up in the corner. It's brought back to the point. Matvichuk left side for Lawler. Wrist shot deflected just wide. Chased to the corner now in behind the goal. Centering pass. Harvey toppled on the play. Here's a shot by Matvichuk. That's knocked down. Played out by Solani to center ice. Now the Jets in a line change. Here's Finley back at his own blue line. Jeff Finley, former New York Islander, where he played for Terry Simpson. He coached there and now is coaching Winnipeg. Dumps it back into the Dallas zone. Eastwood is there to try and pick it up. Leads it out of the zone to center ice. Gilchrist poking it loose at center, but they rule the puck knocked down with a high stick. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Right now, Southwest Airlines has Gotta Go fares starting at just $19 one way on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It's such a good deal. People everywhere see it as the perfect opportunity to get away. But if you want Gotta Go fares to be your big break, you'd better hurry. Gotta Go fares from $19 only on Southwest, the low-fare airline.
Diet Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
Our commitment to keeping you informed, and our 4 on-staff meteorologists have told us, Mike, that it's cold outside tonight.
Well, that's a rarity for Texas, but not a total impossibility for the month of January. We've seen several different types of Januaries here in the Lone Star State since we've been here.
Hockey weather.
Yeah,
This January's hockey weather.
this is again. Last year it was anything but hockey weather in several senses, because they weren't playing at this time last year. Here comes Adams to start out. Moves it ahead to center ice. Over on the right wing to Lettinen. He's across the line to Ledyard. Grant Ledyard, a wrist shot and a pad save made by Cheveldae, kicking it away to the corner. At the point, Grant Ledyard, another shot. That's blocked. And it's chased back to the Stars line now for Zamolik. Over to Ledyard on the left wing, out of the zone to center, and dumped right back inside the Dallas end. 3:35 to go in regulation time. The Stars and the Jets tied at 4. The puck cleared all the way down by Dallas, and it's an icing call. The faceoff will return to the Stars end, and sudden death overtime at this point is certainly a possibility.
Well, the Stars don't want to take it to sudden death if they can possibly avoid it. They know that a win should be theirs tonight. Shot from Ledyard high in the slot. Cheveldae stretches to make the save, and now you got Chevy back in the game for the Winnipeg Jets. He was down, he was out, he was done. He was watching this one. It was 4-0, waiting for that plane ride. But his people up front have given him life again. It's 4-4, 3:32 to play in the third period. Tough one again tonight.
But a winnable game, as we've seen some recently. The competition doesn't get any easier in the next few games, Ralph. We're at Chicago Sunday, Kings here Monday, Detroit Wednesday, Florida Friday. Stars need to get started with something to build on after that tie at Detroit the other night. A win tonight seemed to be in order. Right now we're locked at 4. Back inside the Dallas zone, Darian Hatcher speeds it up the left wing side to center ice. Manson back to take it. Leads to center. Eastwood has it knocked free, and now Kevin Hatcher back to his own line. Works on to center ice, drives it into the far corner, and Manson's back to pick it up. Here's Manson, throws it off a stick, and it goes into the crowd right behind the players' benches on the far side of the ice.
Well, this game started with a goal by Grant Marshall. Marshall, who's out on the ice now, and now there's a little something going with Guy Carbonneau. I believe Carbonneau scored was it the first goal of the season, Mike? That shorthanded goal in Winnipeg?
I can remember the last one that was scored that was an empty netter, as I recall, by Korolev. Guy Carbonneau scoring shorthanded, as you point out, to give the Stars a 1-0 lead. But the Jets came back with 3 goals at the end of that game. Jamnoff on a 4-on-4, then Wilkinson shorthanded, and Korolev with the empty netter to kind of seal the fate of the Dallas Stars. And Guy Carbonneau got the Stars started right with a shorthander, and this team started well tonight, scoring the first 4 goals of this game. Marshall, Harvey, Modano, and then Harvey again. The Jets came back with Doan in the second period, then here in the third, 2 from Korolev and 1 from McIver. Here's Mike Lawler. Throws it out to center for Fedek. Poked back inside the Dallas end. Matt Tkachuk underneath the stick of Gagne and back inside the Jet zone. Daryl Shannon leads it to center ice. Left side. Too far for Turcotte. Into the corner for Matt Tkachuk. Well, the crowd beginning to clap here on their own. Doesn't that sound good? That maybe will get this team going. 2:20 to go here in the third period. We have a delayed penalty call coming. Wakaluk heads to the bench, and referee Rich Trottier has signaled a 2-minute minor against the Winnipeg Jets with 2:16 to go in the third period, and it's going to be a boarding penalty against the Jets, and this will set the table for the Stars to score with a man advantage and maybe win this game.
Boy, that is it's a call that you don't generally get. He has not made one. He's made one penalty call here earlier in the third period. It was on Gilchrist. Shannon gets the call for boarding, and with 2:16 to play, the Stars will end this regulation on the power play. You know, if ever they deserved a break, this is it. And now they got to cash in on their own good luck.
Take advantage of the breaks. The best advice the Stars could get right now. Darren Shannon with that penalty call. His brother Daryl, we've also talked about him playing for the Jets tonight. Neuendijk, Modano, and Harvey. Kevin Hatcher and Grant Ledyard. So Bob Gainey is thinking offense all the way here, and that's a good sign to know that they are indeed pulling out the stops and trying to get this winning goal. What would certainly look to be the winning goal if the Stars were to score it. From the face-off, the shorthanded Jets struggle and don't get the draw. Kevin Hatcher pokes to the far boards. Now Todd Harvey in after it. See if Harvey can't nail down the hat trick here with a power play goal. Lead pass out to center ice. Kevin Hatcher back to play it. Hatcher in his own zone. Takes it behind the net. Only one forechecker in. It's Mike Stapleton. And the Stars still went back behind their own net to get it. Here's Grant Ledyard out to Kevin Hatcher. Right side to Madonna. Works to Harvey. To center ice to Kevin Hatcher. Across the line. Coming on. A shot and a save and a rebound taken wide behind the net. Kevin Hatcher knocks it down in the near corner. Along the near boards. Hatcher over to Nieuwendyk. Back to Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher winds up, fakes, skates to the net to Nieuwendyk. Right back to Kevin Hatcher. Ledyard left standing alone at the blue line. Here's a flipper in front, knocked away by Harvey wide. Now Nieuwendyk off the near boards and nobody at the point. The puck comes out of the zone to center. Kevin Hatcher back to play it. 55 seconds to go in the power play for the Stars. We're tied 4-4. A minute 5 to go in the third period as the Jets clear the puck the length of the ice. They're shorthanded, so no icing. Here comes Matvichuk. Ahead to Gagne, flips it across the line. Kennedy into the right wing corner, takes it behind the goal over to Adams, back to the left point. And now it's Ludwig, or rather Ledyard off the corner boards. Adams back to Darian Hatcher, to Matvichuk. Delayed penalty call coming. This is against Winnipeg. And as it's touched in behind the goal, the Jets now given a cross-checking penalty. And the Stars will have a two-man advantage. Darren Shannon has 21 seconds left in his boarding call. And now a full 2 minutes for cross-checking assessed against brother Daryl Shannon.
Well, they won't be lonely in the penalty box. Shannon boys now put the Jets 2 men down, and I would think that you'd want to get a timeout here, wouldn't you? 38 seconds left. Get the people you want on the ice, get them rested. 38 seconds left in regulation.
There's certainly no reason to save the timeout.
None. And
with all the line changes, Bob Gainey maybe is thinking he's got the people headed out there already and has already talked to them, but Harvey is now back out for another crack at it with Nieuwendyk and Madonna. Kevin Hatcher out there again with Ledyard, so we see the same start to the power play that we saw before.
Well, there's no timeout, but there was a lot of time between that drop of the puck.
How much more do the Stars need, Ralph?
Here's
a two-man advantage.
I don't know.
Let's see if the Stars can't put the hammer down here and get the winner against these Jets. Nieuwendyk with a draw. Back to Ledyard, a slap shot, and a save made by Cheveldae, and he hangs on. Manson out there to kill the penalty along with Gillen and Teppo Newman. About the only other stop that you could possibly pull with a face-off in the Winnipeg end would be to take Wakaluk out of the net and put another sixth attacker. That would be a 6-on-3. But you're really running a risk. If you can't get it done with a two-man advantage, I don't think you're going to.
No, there's a opportunity here for the Stars, Mike. Ledyard had a nice shot. The Jets were sort of guessing left. They were cheating left. They thought that puck was coming over to Kevin Hatcher at the right point. Ledyard let it go. Good save by Cheveldae.
You might pull the goalie if you were down one. You certainly wouldn't in a tie game. And that's where we're at now. Nieuwendyk backs out. Linesman Andy McElman with further instructions here for Gillen. Stars get the draw. Ledyard, Kevin Hatcher, slap shot, glove save made by Cheveldae, and again he holds on.
Now it'll be a face-off to the other side of Cheveldae, to his glove side. This one goes to Ledyard. He works it across. Jet penalty killers going down. Manson hits the deck. Kevin Hatcher puts it up high, and it winds up in Cheveldae's catching glove. 39 saves on 43 Dallas Stars shots tonight. The Jets have 20 shots, but some humdingers. It's a 4-4 game, 29 and 4/10 seconds remaining in regulation.
Neuendijk wins another draw. Back to Kevin Hatcher. Right side for Modano. 25 seconds to go. Turnaround by Neuendijk. A shot, a save, a rebound shot. The net has been dislodged. No, it is not. A shot and a goal. The Stars get the power play goal. And the Jets are arguing it. They almost did dislodge that net. It was rocking and rolling behind Tim Chevelday. And finally, Dallas got one across the line. It's 5-4.
And it's Grant Ledyard's game winner, or at least go-ahead goal if it stands. And I think they're going to go upstairs, and Richard Trottier is going to talk to the replay. Neuendijk banging away at it. Manson's deciding whether or not he wants to put that goal up. That goal's going to count. There's nothing wrong with that goal. Manson is upset, but from behind the goal, he can't get it loose. Neuendijk from out front. The puck will drift across to Ledyard. He'll miss the first time. The second time goes in. Harvey's outside the crease. No problemo. That goal will count, and the Dallas Stars have a 5-4 lead. Grant Ledyard's fourth of the season. They got the breaks, they got the calls, and then they cashed in. 19 9/10 remaining. Dallas has that long to get their first win against the Central Division opponent.
It looks as though Manson has been kicked out of the game. Here's the call on the goal.
Scored by number 12, Grant Ledyard. Assisted by number 25, Joe Neuendijk, at number 9, Mike Modano.
Neuendijk and Modano help out. Time running out. 8 seconds to go. Lutton in a steal. Takes to the far corner. Tries to center. Knocked free by Kachuk. Long slap shot. The game is over. The Dallas Stars have beaten the Winnipeg Jets. All the players out off the bench now to congratulate Darcy Wakaluk, and a host of Winnipeg Jets now surrounding referee Richard Trottier in protest.